and invasion and have sued Homeland Security. Vice President Vance also just calling the shooting death of Renee Good a tragedy, but also saying he believes she was ramming a federal officer with her car. Earlier, the U.S. Attorney General announcing 3 arrests over last weekend's anti-ICE protest during a church service in St. Paul. ICE operations also being criticized on Capitol Hill.
Gestapo tactics by ICE and CBP are the obvious result of President Trump and the Republican Party that protect anyone who helps them turn our country into an authoritarian gangster state.
Illinois Democratic Congressman Chuy Garcia at a House hearing where former special counsel Jack Smith is defending his prosecutions of then former President Trump.
The J6 committee destroyed evidence. Let that sink in.
Wyoming Congresswoman Harriet Hageman among the Republicans accusing Smith of being part of an effort to interfere with the 2024 election. President Trump, meantime, calling Jack Smith deranged, posting about that hearing as he heads back to Washington from the World Economic Forum, where earlier today he had an hour-long meeting with Ukraine's president before leaving Switzerland. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Snow is supposed to be heavy when it falls in Indiana this weekend. Right now, 31 degrees and cloudy in downtown Indy, and radar is clear. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:02.
So it's going to be highly variable across the state, across the far northern portions of the state. We're not expecting too much when it comes to snowfall totals, just 1 to 3 inches. As you get closer to the Indianapolis area, that's probably where our confidence is lowest.
Andrew White with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says places in southern Indiana will likely get the worst with lesser amounts further north. The key to driving in winter weather is preparation. That's the message from State Police. Here's John Herrick.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine reminds you that once it starts snowing, it doesn't take long for conditions to get worse.
We know that the roads rapidly change, and it can change in a matter of minutes. And so we want folks to be prepared for those changes, but also make sure that your car is prepared as well.
And that means, he says, making sure that your tires are properly inflated, your battery's been checked, and your windshield wipers are working properly, among other things. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Investigators said today a man died in a crash last Friday in Miami County. Robert Weiser was driving on Mexico Road near Eel River Road until his pickup went off the road and into a ditch. Weiser was taken to a hospital where he later died. Indiana Pacers lost to the Boston Celtics 119-104 last night. The 10-35 Pacers play the Thunder tomorrow night for a tip-off at 8. And Indianapolis will continue to be the official home of the NFL Combine through at least 2028. Jarrett Lewis has more.
The NFL Scouting Combine is staying in the capital city for at least 2 more years. That announcement made Wednesday at the Visit Indy State of Tourism Conference with former Colts punter and ESPN host Pat McAfee the first to report it.
$9 million of financial impact, 30,000 visitors last year during the Combine, and hopefully that'll only go up.
The NFL Combine has been held in Indianapolis since 1987. This year's Combine is set for February 23rd to March 2nd at Lucas Oil Stadium and the Indiana Convention Center. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
traffic at 305. Good afternoon, Matt Bear.
What's up, Jake? Look at the southbound 69 crash on the exit 282nd Street. That ramp is open. It is partially blocked, and we are slow back to 96. Southbound 6570 stop and go. Washington into the south split part of construction, as well as northbound 65 stop and go. Raymond Street into the south split. Crash serious. A vehicle is inverted on the northwest side. This is Raceway Road at Fishback Road. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement waterproofing and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now at IndianaFoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies overnight. It's going to turn in cold with lows near 8, but wind chill values below 0. We'll see cold conditions on your Friday with highs only near 14. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Obviously, Hammer, we're keeping an eye on the weather. Cold weather advisory in effect, 1 a.m. later on tonight, early morning to 1 p.m. Friday. But, I mean, it's worse than that, even though there's an advisory. It's pretty much all weekend and next week, too. But the rough stuff's coming tonight and weekend, right?
So what's a bigger pain in the rear end to you? Is it sub-zero wind chill? Like the minute you walk outside, all the boogers in your nose freeze up. You don't want to go to the mailbox. You don't want to go to the trash can. You have to heat your car up forever. Or is it going to be the possibly 6 to 10 inches of snow that we're going to have by Sunday evening?
Yes. I mean, good Lord, are you kidding me? Oh, I mean, I guess it's the trifecta. It's the winter storm warning. It's the cold boogers that are freezing in your nose. It's the possibility of snow and the wind chills. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
So by tomorrow morning, if you've got kids that are going to school, you might want to get up early and see if there are any delays, because we're anticipating just absolutely brutally cold temperatures, wind chills around -10 by the morning. Now, I know there's going to be some dude that's like, when I was a kid, I wore shorts and I didn't wear underwear and I walked to school 8 miles in sub-zero temperatures.
Hey, Hammer, I graduated from Tri-West in Liston, Indiana in 1994. We never had a school delay. And we had bad weather back then, especially out in the Hickville country. It's not so much anymore. I know it's kind of blown up around there, but back then in the mid-90s, there was nothing, and I still had to make it to school. Now, my kids, and I am too, admittedly, praying for a school delay tomorrow because that means I can sleep in.
It's almost like Oprah. They get a delay, you get a delay, you get a delay. Great moments in cold weather history.
Yes.
I think it was the coldest day of the year, 1994. And that was the day of the infamous Burger King earmuffs incident, where I had to stay after high school basketball practice for some disciplinary reasons. And my ride had already left. My parents weren't home. I didn't have a license yet. I was only 15. So
I love this story.
I walked. I didn't have a stocking hat. It's right out of practice. My hair's a little wet. There's a Burger King that's right there by Beech Grove High School.
Sure.
They happen to have cheeseburgers on sale for like $1 each. So I had a couple bucks on me, walked into the Burger King, got 2 hot cheeseburgers, and I used those bad boys as earmuffs, and I huffed my ass home.
That is Beech Grove ingenuity at its finest, at its peak level. I'm assuming ate the cheeseburgers when you got home.
Well, yeah. Hell yes, I ate the cheeseburgers when I got home. I felt like I had accomplished something. So, again, tomorrow morning, really cold. But then that's when the fun really starts. The big snow event coming Saturday evening.
What are they saying? I mean, is it still south of the I-70 corridor?
Yes. Basically, the further south you go, the worse it's going to get.
Okay.
But right now, the way it's projected,
who knows?
It could be anywhere from 4 to 10 inches. Like they just had a big National Weather Center media call about 2 o'clock. And what they're seeing right now goes into the 4 to 8 inch category.
Is that what all our bosses were going to earlier?
Well, that's what they said, but I think they went over to the living room lounge, actually, and
they can just as easily Zoom.
They all came back smelling like whiskey and bourbon and
chicken tenders.
I think I saw Hogsett stumbling out of there. I don't know. But 4 to 8 is what they're seeing now. But let's talk about this tomorrow.
Okay.
Because the storm could move different directions, and we'll get Marcus or Tara or somebody from Wish on tomorrow.
Just a side note, can we make it a goal of ours to do a live show from the living room lounge, which is right behind the studio now? Can we work on that with the salespeople and our bosses?
I think we can try.
That'd be incredible.
Every time that you and I have walked in there to do a little pregame.
Sure.
A little meet the neighbors, like when we first got to the building.
Yeah.
It was like that scene in Weird Science where Gary and Wyatt walked into the bar.
The record scratch.
You heard the record scratch.
Jason? Lisa? That's what I did.
Let me tell you something, Fats. That's what it was like.
Drink it!
Drink it! You better wear the Drink It sweatshirt.
Yes.
If we do a show from there.
Thank you. Yeah, I got it. It's locked and loaded, buddy.
So they had a walkout at Carmel High School, an anti-ICE protest where the students, I mean, to their credit, they went to the principal and they went to the proper people and said, yeah, we're going to walk out to protest ICE. But the principal said, yeah, that sounds great. Go ahead and do it.
Why did he allow that? Principal Tim, right?
Right.
Is it Tim Fairs?
So I've got a copy of the email that he sent to Carmel High School staff, and I'm going to read a little bit of this here.
Okay.
This is from Principal Tim Fairs to CHS staff. All, good afternoon. A potential student walkout could occur Tuesday at 2:25. The city of Carmel has also been made aware of this possible event. Students are planning to walk from CHS to City Hall. We met with the student planning this event to better understand the magnitude and possible disruption this could cause. The student was cooperative, and after explaining our attendance policy and processes, they have agreed that any student participating will have their parent guardian create a pre-arranged absence. So that's the part to me that seems a little squirrely here. If you want to get out of class and go protest, all right, fine, but you don't get an absence, an excused absence for that.
No, do it on your own time. Hey, right now, like people in Carmel should be livid because your taxes are going to pay for that.
Right.
Are they not?
That's 100% accurate.
Your taxes, whether you have kids in the Carmel school system or not, are going to pay for those kids getting out of school with an excused absence to march down to, what'd you say, City Hall or something like that?
Right.
Yeah, no thanks. I can't believe they agreed to this. Do it on your own time. This is not, you're a high schooler. It's not your time. It's our time. It's the school's time.
How many of those people that walked out can't even vote? Like, not everybody was probably 18 that took part in that.
Weakling. Tim,
Most people just wanted to get the day off of school.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, buddy, but it's a weakling move there, principal. Capitulating and kowtowing and knee bending to the students. They're going to protest ICE. They're going to march down to the city hall, and I'm going to let them, and we're going to give them excuse day. Get out of here with that, man.
If somebody wanted to have a pro-life march.
Oh.
And they said abortion is bad, and we've organized this, and we've talked to City Hall, and we've taken the proper channels. We've got the paperwork. We talked to the principal. Do you think Principal Fairs, and maybe he would, I don't know. I don't know the guy, but do you think he would say, okay, you guys can do this, and you all get excused absences as well?
Hell, if it was during Joe Biden's tenure as president, he'd have the Department of Justice arrest them.
That's right.
Just like he did outside those clinics several years ago. Please, give me a break. Just a kowtow, weakling, capitulate, a bended knee, and it's really indicative of what's going on in Carmel at that school system. Yeah.
So after the crappy weather update and this weak principal in Carmel, I think we need a reason to drink tonight, Nige. And I think that reason
I don't need a reason, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
is the 61st birthday to DJ Jazzy Jeff. It used to be, once upon a time, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. He got the top billing. He was the guy that made all the music, made all the beats, and he was with Will Smith, a.k.a. the Fresh Prince, for a long time, up until Will became an actor and started doing some solo work. But I grew up listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and I think you did too.
Yeah, I did.
So we're going to play a little game of Don't Forget the Lyrics with Big Nige.
No,
Big Nige
I thought
gets
it was
to play the
Allison.
game. So
Our producer. No.
I've got 3 different clips, all hits, of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I'm going to play these at some
Why
point.
do I get anxious when you do this? Okay.
You get the next line. Allison, of these 3, I'm setting the over-under at 2.5. 2.5. So is he going to run the table or is he going to miss one?
I think he's going to run the table. I know he gets nervous, but I believe in him.
Okay, she's got the
Thank
over
you.
here.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Number 1.
I can't believe it, I just made a mistake. Well, parents are the same no matter time or place. So to you other kids all across the land, take it from me.
Parents just didn't understand.
Yeah, there we go. Parents just don't understand. There's 1.
Okay. That was
one
easy.
down.
All right, that was easy.
2 to go. Here we go. Number 2.
When it was over, I said, yo, that was death. And everything seemed all right when we left. But when I got home and laid down to sleep, that began the nightmare.
On my street.
Yeah, there we go.
The Freddy Krueger song, right?
Right. Nightmare on My Street.
All right. Those are my 2. I don't think I'm going to get this. I don't know. I haven't.
You'll
any
get
idea.
this one. You may have even played this one on the radio. Number 3.
She turned around to see what you beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with a pen and pad, I compose this rhyme to hit you and to get you equipped.
First time?
Summertime. Come on. It's the name of the damn song, Nigel. My God.
The
Come
anguish
on.
in his face was just heartbreaking.
I thought that was the easiest one of the whole group. It was the biggest hit. It was on TV. It was on radio all the time.
I stopped paying attention after Nightmare on My Street in terms of listening to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I'm sorry. I know summertime. I should have said summertime, but I have no excuse. No excuse.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So was Will Smith the Fresh Prince before he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Huh?
Like
Hammer's just staring at
the
Allison
Fresh
now.
Prince he was a rapper before the.
Yes.
So they named the Fresh
You
Prince
never
of
made the
Bel-
connection?
So
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. The Fresh Prince got his own show, which was titled The Fresh Prince of
See,
Bel-Air,
I thought the
and you
Fresh-
never made the connection.
No, I thought the Fresh Prince came from the Bel-Air.
Hammer's just
Wow.
laying waste here to both
And
of
I
us.
thought I'd never learn on this show.
I hate everybody in this room.
I gotta pee.
Everybody. Matt Bear's the only one I like. Matt Bear.
Was it the Fresh Prince that did the Carlton dance?
No! No! Come on! Come on!
The crash clear. Southbound 69 going to 82nd Street. That crash is cleared. We are slow back to 96. Southbound 6570 stop and go from Michigan Street down to the South Split. That's a construction zone. Crash Raceway Road to Fishback Road. That's on the northwest side of cars inverted. Traffic sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Matt Bear, do you remember the Carlton dance?
Kind of, yeah.
Let me
Yes, I
show
do.
you. If you're on the YouTube chat,
Oh, dear. Here we go.
you're in for a treat. Here we go.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Is that him or Alfonso over there?
That was impressive.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm out of breath.
you're going to have to go back to the YouTube feed to watch that
Or
display.
32 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Coming up next, our friends at Hughes Culinary are here. It's time to devour downtown, baby. Our pal Jay Watt. Jen's here. She's next.
Time now for the Retirement Report with Casey Weed. Megan Mozak here with financial advisor Casey Weed, founder and CEO with Howard Bailey Financial. Volatility in the markets can make for some sleepless nights for people worried about their retirement money. Casey, what advice do you have to help us get through these volatile times?
Well, remember, Megan, markets cycle, so volatility is normal. If you're worried, you probably don't have a plan. A risk analysis can help you determine if you're overexposed to market risk. A retirement advisor can help you make adjustments so your allocation matches your goals and your comfort level. If you're worried about volatility in the markets, you probably don't have a plan, but we have a great resource to help our listeners today. We call it the Retire with Purpose Toolkit, and you can get it by calling or texting KIT to 888-494-5004. My team helped to put this together just for you, and it's complimentary. The center of it is a copy of my latest book, Job Optional. It has chapters on everything from investments to Social Security to income planning. We also include guides on other big topics like long-term care and strategies for helping to reduce your taxes in retirement. Just call or text KIT, K-I-T, to 888-494-5004, 888-494-5004.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit today. Just text KIT to 888-494-5004. The team at Howard Bailey Financial will get your Retire with Purpose Toolkit to you right away. So simply call or text KIT to 888-494-5004.
Howard Bailey Securities LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. This is prepared for informational purposes only. It does not address specific investment objectives or the financial situation. Firm does not provide tax services.
Jeff Saturday for Indiana Unclaimed.
Listen up. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Indiana Unclaimed might have found some of your money. And if you're like me, you had no idea. But I went and checked for my name on IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Look, I found a Hall of Fame quarterback on that list and the foundation of a former punter. The state of Indiana is reuniting folks with $1 million per week. Your name may be on that list too. Go find it at IndianaUnclaimed.gov.
It's the strongest hearts that remind us to cherish the moments. It's the grandmas who made us sit up straighter, the grandpas who showed us old records, and the parents who were embarrassingly loud at our games. It's those hearts that are anything but ordinary. Caring for extraordinary hearts for decades, Franciscan Health knows heart care is more than just a name on a chart. It's somebody who shaped your whole life. Heal your heart today at franciscanhealth.org/heartcare.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Garage Doors of Indianapolis has been a local, family-owned and operated business for nearly 50 years and helps keep Central Indiana's economy strong by employing over 70 families. Garage Doors of Indianapolis stands by their products and services while they share and embrace our conservative values. So when you have garage door problems, call them today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis, 875-4577, 875-4577, or visit doorstoday.com.
A new year means great new lease deals at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop by today and make the most of the new year at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. See dealer for lease offer details.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hi, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
When you've been doing radio as long as we have, you develop friendships with some awesome people. And I put our guest in this category here, J Watt. We're cool enough to call her J Watt, Jen Watterson. She is the director of beverage for the Hughes Culinary Restaurants. Full disclosure, supporter, advertiser here at 93 WIBC. Miss J Watt, we always do this when we first bring you back on. For those unfamiliar with the chain of Hughes Culinary Restaurants, which places are we talking about here?
We are talking about St. Elmo Steakhouse, Harry and Izzy's, 1933 Lounge, and HC Tavern.
So these are some of the best that Central Indy has to offer. And
biggest and best and money makers and just really, really good food.
right.
Dude.
When you're ready to celebrate, you're probably going to one of these locations here. And it's not just because of the food. It could be just bellying up at the bar, which I've done before as well.
No.
Shocker. Even at the airport sometimes. Just throwing that out there. Devour is happening right now. Now, it used to be called just Devour Downtown, but I believe it's expanded, right?
Yes, Devour is now a 2-week citywide event that feature probably 100, close to 100 restaurants, and it's a great 2 weeks in town for sure.
And the thing is with Devour too, it's not just Hughes Culinary. It's you guys kind of have all partnered up and kind of embrace each other, even though there's competition involved. It's all, I don't want to say one big happy family, but it does seem like it's you guys are all in it together.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, we all are in it together. Indianapolis has a lot of great culinary destinations, and this is a chance for people to get out and explore and try restaurants they may not have visited before or dine and take advantage of.
Hughes Culinary first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, right.
And then after you sample all theirs, then, all right, maybe venture out.
Try something after that.
Yeah.
What I think is great about the whole Devour concept is you guys come up with customized menus and have specials to where somebody who might not have ever been to one of your locations before says, okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a try here.
Yeah, absolutely. And each one of our locations, our Devour menu features that St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. So especially if you've never had it, this is a great time to try that with your Devour meal.
If you've lived in Indy, you've heard about the world famous shrimp cocktail. And for whatever reason, if you've never been, if you've thought, well, I don't have the money or I don't have the time, this is the time, right? Because it's part of pretty much all of the specials you guys are doing.
Yes. Come in, have some great drinks, get your sinuses cleared out, have a steak or
Hey, they
some
talk about a
sliders.
nationally hammer in terms of the shrimp cocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Like on Sports Center and everything. Yeah.
And I'm sure when the Final Four comes here in April, you're going to get those iconic shots of St. Elmo and all the celebrities coming in and out. And it's an Indianapolis institution. But Nige and I talk about this all the time. An underrated aspect of that is just bellying up at the bar. You know, I met with some advertisers and clients just at the bar recently, and it was fantastic.
I mean, I'm a little biased because I'm the beverage director, but that is my favorite place to be is at our bar top, people watching and interacting with our team.
Speaking of beverages.
She brought us a little
I brought
something.
some goodies.
All right, what do we have here?
All
What are we
right,
sampling?
We have two. We have Bacon State of Mind. That is on our Devour menu at 1933 Lounge. Both
I'm
of
sorry, say it
those.
again.
Bacon State of Mind.
Bacon state of mind.
Yes.
It's like a Billy Joel, we're
like
fat.
a New York state of mind.
I see what you're
Bacon
doing
State
there.
of
I got
Mind.
you.
Uh-huh.
Why is this cocktail called Bacon State of Mind?
Well, it was created by our bartender, Megan, from 1933 Lounge, and she fat washed the bourbon with bacon fat.
Oh, wow.
And then added some vermouth.
It's got like a smoky
Manhattan.
flavor.
Yeah.
Little smoky flavor to it, but I definitely get the bacon in there too.
Hallelujah.
Right?
I mean, it's a Manhattan
Oh,
that tastes like bacon.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
This says Indiana right here. This says, I want to be professional. I want to be classy, but I want bacon too. Like this is the
Yes.
total Indiana drink right here.
Yes. And Megan won best, one of the categories for best cocktail at the Devour competition.
That is
with that drink.
amazing.
Say it one more time, just so we know, so people can order it.
Bacon State of Mind.
Bacon state of
and
mind.
it is at the 1933 Lounge in Fishers and Carmel
Okay.
on their menu for Devour.
Fisher's Big Hammer and Nigel Country up there. We like that. All right. What do we got here?
This one is the Salty Bee.
What's this
Salty
on
Bee.
the
What
side of?
what does the B stand for?
Use your imagination. It is kind of
BIOTCH?
yes. There you go. Cheers to that.
Mhm.
This is made with Citadel gin, yuzu, and grapefruit.
Gosh.
I feel like Snoop Dogg drinking this. I've got my gin here. I got my
Your
juice
gin
in
and
the
juice.
mix. Yes.
Yes.
My
yes.
mind's on my money and my money's on my mind, Jen.
There you
Cheers.
go. Cheers. This is at our other St. Elmo Harry and Aziz HC Tavern.
Oh, this is amazing.
And this
Both
was
of
created by
these.
Kaya. She's a bartender at St. Elmo.
Kaya.
Uh-huh. And then we are also featuring Espresso Martini Flight at HC Tavern for Devour.
Oh, wow.
And we have a whiskey flight at 1933 Lounge and Fishers.
Can't go wrong.
No.
And of course, some fabulous wines by the glass that are special for Devour.
This is so amazing. How long does Devour go on for?
It is 2 weeks. It goes on to February 1st.
Okay, and if somebody wants to get all the information, like they're listening to this right now, but maybe they're in their car, maybe they're at work, if they can't get to the podcast later on, where can they go?
Well, you can go to any of our websites, restaurant websites. You can go to hughesculinary.com. And also Devour Indy also has a website where you can see all the restaurants and menus.
You know what? You guys have always been so good to our show. Thank you so very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes, you bribe us with some drinks, but these are incredible drinks, and I wish everybody could sample one of them. So please go out and check out one of the Hughes Culinary restaurants. Jen Watterson, Hughes Culinary, thank you so much.
Cheers.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Do you have an IRA, 401k, or other retirement account? Rather than ride the Wall Street roller coaster, you could get a 20% upfront bonus and an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. Hey, it's Hammer and Nigel. Let's say that again. You get an upfront 20% bonus on your money with Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy.
So if you invest $250,000, you get a $50,000 upfront bonus. You'll also get an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. Plus, your money is backed by one of the largest insurance companies in the world. Learn more from the retirement guy that we trust, Bill Demery, here in Indy, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or visit yourretirementguy.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Now that's how you make Indiana football history. And this is how you celebrate it. Academy Sports and Outdoors has Indiana championship gear. Hoodies designed to turn your rivals crimson with envy. Hats poised for the champion's nod. And official jerseys that never fade from glory. Indiana fans, you are the champions. Now gear up like a winner. New championship styles are arriving daily at your local Bloomington store and online at academy.com. Fun can't lose.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
You've heard snow is supposed to fall in Indiana. Right now at our Radio 1 studios, mostly cloudy and 31. Radar is clear as of now. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:34. But where it will hit is the toughest part to tell you right now. Here's John Herrick.
If you will be in or near southern Indiana, Andrew White with the National Weather Service is urging you to be especially careful in the coming days with snow being heavy at times.
So it's going to be the highest across the southern portions of the states along the Ohio River. We're talking the potential of 7 to 10 inches. Along the I-70 corridor, probably looking more like 3 to 5 inches. And then in the far northern portions of the state, it's going to be much lower in the range of 1 to 3 inches.
But he says they'll know more about exact totals as they get closer to the weekend. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Driving safely in the upcoming winter weather rests heavily on the condition of your tires. State Police Sergeant John Perrine said this morning that tests have shown that snow tires can be very beneficial.
Snow tires often provide a little bit more traction for the slush and the snow and the ice than regular tires would.
He says it also helps to have an emergency kit in your vehicle with things like a blanket, flashlight, jumper cables, and some snacks in case you slide off somewhere or get stranded. The FBI is looking into former Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay, who died in May. A grand jury is digging into Irsay's prescription drug use in the months before he died, and agents have already been in Indy this month conducting interviews. Vice President J.D. Vance is in Minneapolis, and he says temps need to be brought down there because of immigration operations. He says protesters can make their voices heard, but peacefully. And for college basketball, Illinois beat Maryland yesterday 89-70. Illinois takes on Purdue Saturday afternoon, and the game tips off at 3. WIBC news time is 3:35. You've got traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute.
Selling the house the non-traditional way to a company like Simple Quarters takes so much stress and relief off of you. You can put that time back in your family and taking care of what needs to be taken care of. So my father-in-law, his health was declining. We needed to move him to put in assisted living, and we needed to get the home out of his name. Initially, my wife just wanted to let the property be taken over by the state. She was stressed just due to the condition of her dad, moving him back to Indianapolis. And I told her, look, we can sell the home, use those funds to care for him over the next few years. I really didn't want to hassle with putting it on the market, listing it, answering questions, fixing stuff. I reached out to Simple Quarters. The process was just super easy through Simple Quarters. Everything they said they did. There was no pressure involved whatsoever. The pricing I got for the house was very fair, and it was a relief knowing we didn't have the financial responsibility and we could just put all our time and energy into taking care of our father-in-law.
Call Simple Quarters 317-687-HOME, 317-687-HOME.
With your WIBC traffic at 3:36, here's Matt Bear.
You got it, Jake. Looking at northbound 465 on the east side. Slow from East 56th Street up to I-69, then stop-and-go traffic northbound past 82nd Street. On the east side, southbound 465, stop-and-go traffic before 72 Washington Street. Southbound 6570 jams north split to the south split. That is a construction zone. Eastbound 70, stop-and-go from Weston to the south split, then southbound 65 slow after Raymond past Keystone Avenue. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies overnight. It's going to turn in cold with lows near 8, but wind chill values below 0. We'll see cold conditions on your Friday with highs only near 14. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hello, my name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Donald Trump, number 45 and number 47.
That's right.
47.
He would argue 46, but that's a different story.
It could be 48. Who knows? Just another 8 years. Donald Trump saying he has a framework for a deal with Greenland. Of course, the United States wants to purchase Greenland, the rare minerals and the military strategic location of Greenland. I don't know. It's all in play here, Hammer, and I think it's looking like it's going to happen without any sort of military intervention. I think Donald Trump was talking, who knows? We might use the military right now. I don't think that was ever on the table, but there's a framework.
Yes.
There's a framework for Greenland.
So I've got a statement from Trump that he put out on Truth Social, but before we do that, can I ask a hillbilly type of question, Nige?
You're going to have to be more specific.
I was waiting for you to say better than anybody I know. Is it Greenland or Greenland?
Greenland? Is it?
Because it's not Cleveland, it's Cleveland. Is it Greenland or Greenland?
Is it window or winder?
I go Winder. Winder Nation.
Wind.
Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. But I've heard Trump say Greenland, but I've also heard others say Greenland. Which one is it? Does it matter?
I don't care.
Okay. From Truth Social, Donald Trump, quote, based upon a very productive meeting that I have had with Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, we have formed the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland and, in fact, the entire Arctic region. This solution, if consummated, will be a great one for the United States of America and all of NATO nations.
Good.
Now, a lot of people who may only follow the news in a very casual way are probably wondering, why the hell would we want this? But it comes down to a couple of things. One, the minerals. You can mine the minerals. And number two, it becomes a de facto military base where you can kind of keep an eye on all of the folks that might get a little squirrely over there. So that's a couple different reasons. There are others, for sure, but those are 1A and 1B. Does that make sense?
The beautiful Iron Dome. We're going to create a big Iron Dome. If Russia sends the hypersonic missiles, we'll shoot them down over Greenland.
That's a pretty solid Trump.
Greenland.
It's a pretty solid Trump right there.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
You know what? I'd rather hear it from the horse's mouth himself.
Okay.
Joining us now on the hotline to talk about why this deal happened and what this means. Welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show, AI President Trump.
Hammer and Nigel, thanks for taking my call. We did it. We are totally getting Greenland. I hope you boys like minerals. And minerals, because we are getting it.
Yeah.
No need to thank me. You are all welcome. Many are asking me how I did it. It was pretty easy, actually. It was just the art of the deal. I told them, if you let me have Greenland, I'll give you the state of Oregon in custody of Alec Baldwin. They agreed.
Good.
Hey, congrats to your Indiana Hoosiers for winning it all.
Absolutely.
I like winners. You know who else I like? Producer Allison.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Allison, Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to take you on a date. I hope you like McDonald's. I can't wait to give you my McNuggets.
Oh,
remember,
hey.
Allison, don't be afraid. If it feels good, do it.
Damn right.
Well, I gotta go. Tim Walsh just showed up doing a chorus line kick and waving jazz hands. I think I'll have Pete Hegseth take his lunch money. AI Trump out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you for calling.
AI President Trump calling into the Hammer and Nigel show exclusively to recap the Greenland deal and take a run at Allison.
Incredible.
Good for him. Meanwhile, let's check in on his new political rival, Gavin Newsom. Would you agree that as of right now, that's his new American political rival, Gavin Newsom?
I don't know. I mean, Gavin Newsom's probably going to run for president unless something drastically changes. Trump can't run for president. Political rival? No. I mean, there's no rivalry there. It's like after Peyton Manning left the Colts and went to the Broncos, like people were still saying the Colts and Patriots had a rivalry. There's really no rivalry there.
It's not a rivalry when you're getting your ass kicked all the time.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same deal here.
So who is the rival to Trump right now from an American politician standpoint?
I don't know that he has one because he doesn't give a F. He is, I hate that word, but lame duck. He, again, unless something drastically changes, I don't know that I would mind if it did. I'd love to see it. Donald Trump somehow, it's not going to happen. Okay. It's not going to happen. But I can't come up with a name, Hammer, because Kamala Harris that was his rival during the last election. Kamala Harris.
But he's given Gavin a nickname, New Scum. So when you get a nickname, I feel like you're on the radar. And I bring up Gavin because for some reason, he was at the World Economic Forum. Now, this is supposed to be world leaders.
Yeah.
But the governor of California, which I get, they've got a big economy there, but governors don't get invited to this thing. So Gavin thought he was going to have some sort of big speech over there. Well, they canceled that. So all he ended up with was some Q&A session on the stage. And honestly, the highlight of it was when he was asked about all the mean things the Trump administration's been saying about him.
Treasury Secretary described you as Patrick Bateman meets Sparkle Beach Ken, the White House Communications Director.
That was the U.S. Secretary of treasury.
I have a couple more, and then
Sure
you
was.
can respond. The White House Communications Director called you Gavin Newsome, and and an official White House account, a federal government account, described you with I'd say very online sexual slur that people here probably don't want to hear at 8:30 in the morning. And you're in some sense responding in kind, and waving the kneecap pads around.
Fire with fire.
Do you think? Should you? I mean, is that kind of discourse from you, from them, good for America?
No, it's deeply unbecoming.
Okay, that was the highlight.
Oh, it was deeply unbecoming.
I mean, he just rattled off a roast of Gavin Newsom, and Gavin's response was, "Oh, it's deeply unbecoming." Why are you there? Why are you there?
You got enough problems in your own state that you...
Right.
I mean, I read that it was the Trump administration that had that speech canceled by him, which is hilarious.
Which is a power move. It's a power move. It's a little reminder who's in charge.
And he's just a weasel.
He is
just a greasy Gavin Newsom twosome.
Well, in that little Q&A session that he did on the stage, all he did was rip on America, rip on Trump, and rip on American law enforcement.
You're seeing what's playing out in the streets of American cities, what played out in California, the second largest city in the United States of America. 4,000 National Guard were federalized. 700 active duty Marines were not sent overseas. They were sent to my largest city in the state of California. Masked men. Guy Greg Bovino, dressed up. It's as if he literally went on eBay and purchased SS garb. Huh? Greg Bovino, secret police, private army, masked men, people disappearing quite literally, no due process, windows being smashed, seatbelts on, being literally just sort of cut off, people dragged in the streets, kids separated from families, knocking on doors, racially profiling American citizens.
Where was this speech during the riots? Where was this hatred of masks and people being hurt and ripped from their cars? Where was this at during the riots, Gavin?
Well, those were mostly peaceful riots. So
oh, that's right.
You don't have a comparison there, Hammer.
It's just a needle wiener move to go to an international conference and crap on your own country.
Foreign soil. Obama did the same thing. He learned from the best. Gavin Newsom learned from the best. That was Obama's MO. Go to foreign soil and capitulate and apologize and bow your head and sorry, we're a very powerful nation and we have all the money and all the military and we apologize for it.
When I say this is going to backfire, don't just take my word for it. Here's somebody that I think we'll all agree is not someone you'll see with a MAGA hat on, Stephen A. Smith.
Gavin Newsom, respectfully, what are you doing? You're the governor of the state of California in the United States of America. Why are you over in Devor, Switzerland, talking to folks and speaking negatively about the president of the United States? I have no problem with Gavin Newsom being candid and open about his feelings about our president on United States soil. To go over to another country and to be in the presence of other European leaders speaking against the president of the United States. I'm not down with that. Y'all might be. I'm not down with that at all. But I'm one of those people, when we go somewhere else, it's America first. You know, our problems, are our problems. But we ain't taking dirty laundry outside. You don't go on a world stage to disrespect your own house. I don't like that at all. Not even a little bit.
Stephen A. Smith ripping greasy Gavin to shreds there. Now, for those of you scoring at home, let's recap Gavin Newsom's trip to Davos.
Okay.
Flew all the way there. Watched the world bend a knee to Trump. Sat there getting ripped on by Trump and his team. Had to do God knows what to his sugar daddy, Alex Soros. Was told his speech was canceled. And then flew home hearing the news that Trump might be getting Greenland. What an awful trip for Gavin Newsom. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
They had marched for liberty, bled for a cause, and now They stood ready to defy the very army they helped build.
WIPC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by Tony Katz presents Trump 1 year later.
January 22nd, 1781. The Pennsylvania Line Mutiny shook Washington's forces. Unpaid and unfed, more than 1,000 soldiers rose up, believing their enlistments had expired. Yet they refused to betray the cause. When British agents offered bribes to switch sides, the mutineers turned them in. Negotiations followed, demands were met, and the army held, proving the revolution could survive even when faith was tested from within.
The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Sponsored by Trump. 1 year later, an evening of insight, conversation, and bourbon with Tony Katz. Tickets available at WIPC.com.
I've got a local independent American Standard dealer coming out to my house to look at my furnace, make sure everything's running right for the cold weather ahead. My man Hammer, please tell me about one of those local independent American Standard dealers, because they are built to a higher standard.
Family Heating and Air, the Morris family, and their staff ready to help you out this winter. You could call Rachel, you could call Marcus, or you could call Malia today. If your system is having trouble keeping up with the freezing, icy weather, call Family Heating and Air, and they always encourage you to get a free second opinion. So if you got a quote from another company and it seems a little fishy, call Family Heating and Air, because nobody takes care of you like family. And also ask about how to get better indoor air quality. Call them today, Family Heating and Air, 317-577-8077. That's 317-577-8077. 8077. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
What say we start that new year with a new car at Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8-9-10 deal. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? The 8-9-10 deal right now at Tom Roush Lincoln. Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
PA Jewelers at the farmhouse in Brownsburg, the most unique and extensive collection of jewelry you'll find locally here in central Indy. And even if you have an old family heirloom that you would incorporate into a new piece of jewelry, the designers, the pros there at PA Jewelers at the farmhouse in Brownsburg will come up with something amazing for you. Diamond stud earrings, engagement rings, necklaces, bracelets, gemstones, some of the coolest designer watches I've ever seen, and they don't mark their prices up like the big box retailers. Shop local PA Jewelers at the farmhouse in Brownsburg. PAJewelers.jewelry. That's PAJewelers.jewelry.
As more club and travel sports pop up every year, they often muddy the waters on what the purpose of sports should be for student athletes at this age.
But high school sports are different.
It's not about becoming the best athletes, it's about becoming the best people.
It's not about scholarships, it's about coaches mentoring you, camaraderie with your teammates, and the connection you build with your school community.
It's not about year-round training. It's about developing resilience, responsibility, and a strong work ethic for life.
It's not about what am I going to get out of this, it's about playing for something bigger than yourself, for your team, your school, and your entire community.
High school sports help us grow in ways that will serve us for the rest of our lives, not just in the game.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, Support what makes education-based athletics different by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing students as people. This is fulfilling a greater purpose. This is your IHSAA.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash, with 0% interest.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see John Mellencamp Saturday, July 18th at Ruoff Music Center.
Oh yeah, life goes on.
Matt Bear, traffic now.
Yeah, Hammer, look at a southbound 6570 jammed up from the north split to the south split. That is a construction zone. And inbound 69 slow before 82nd. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now at B-Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months savings cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B-Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
All right, 32 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. We've gone a little long. I'm getting yelled at by Allison, so we got to take a time out here. But when we come back, we've got arrests, actual arrests made in Minnesota in regard to the church storming. That's next.
Hey, look, if you got an IRA, a 401k, or another retirement account, you could just let it ride on Wall Street on that big roller coaster that is Wall Street, or you could get a 20% upfront bonus and an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. What's going on? It's Hammer and Nigel. Let's say it again. You get that upfront 20% bonus on your money.
So let's say you invest $250,000. You get an upfront bonus of $50,000. On top of that, you're also going to get an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. And rest easy because your money is backed by one of the largest insurance companies in the world. Don't just take our word for it. Set up that free meeting with Bill Demery, your retirement guy. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or visit yourretirementguy.com.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance, and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership. Enter Auto House Merkel. Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles using only OEM parts or equivalent at a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership. Book service now at autohousemerkel.com.
Yeah, with the weather the way it is right now, you definitely want to have a working fireplace just in case the furnace runs out and just to make your living room or wherever your fireplace is look spectacular. I had a fireplace in my house that didn't work, lived there for 13 years and it didn't work. That is until Chimney Solutions of Indiana came in. They rock. They gave me a bunch of different options. My wife and I chose a beautiful fireplace insert, and it puts off great heat, uses real flames. Totally changed the look and feel of my living room, too. ChimneyIndy.com for all your chimney and fireplace needs. ChimneyIndy.com.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, you'll hear who the FBI is looking into. If you're heading out, especially during the weekend, bundle up and be careful. And someone is sitting on a jackpot worth $50,000. Those stories next after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
A call for cooperation. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, coming from Vice President J.D. Vance after a roundtable event in Minneapolis.
We have so much federal law enforcement resources here right now. We have so many people here that we do not want to have here.
He says many federal agents are protecting the agents who are working to enforce immigration law.
Do we want these things to happen? Do we want these arrests to be so chaotic? No, we don't. These guys want it least of all, but if we had a little cooperation from local and from local and state officials, I think the chaos would go way down in this community.
Vance also calls the shooting death of Renee Good a tragedy, but says he also believes Good was ramming an agent with her car. Homeland Security has said the officer fired in self-defense. City and state officials dispute that. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry says masked federal agents are invading neighborhoods, repeating his criticism in a new post online. Former special counsel Jack Smith just wrapping up a day of testimony at a House hearing defending his federal cases against then former President Trump as Republicans accuse him of political prosecutions. The president is now suing the country's largest bank, a $5 billion claim, accusing J.P. Morgan Chase and CEO Jamie Dimon of debanking the president for political reasons.
President Trump signaled the lawsuit was coming in a Truth Social post last week, writing J.P. Morgan Chase debanked him after January 6th. In a statement, J.P. Morgan Chase says the suit has no merit and the bank does not close accounts for political or religious reasons, but does close accounts because they create legal or regulatory risk for the company.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House, an attorney filing that suit in Florida state court on behalf of the president and several of his hospitality companies. Back-to-back rallies on Wall Street, the Dow up 306 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The mystery surrounding Jim Irsay's death is growing. Right now, mostly cloudy skies and 32 degrees in Indianapolis. Radar clear as of now. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. Federal agents are focused on Dr. Harry Haratunen, who signed former Colts owner Irsay's death certificate last May. The doctor was supplying Irsay with ketamine and hundreds of opioids right before he died, and the FBI is looking into Irsay's death. If you've got any weekend plans outdoors this weekend in Indiana, you might have to change them.
Snow is supposed to fall all across Indiana soon.
Yeah, so we're expecting a significant winter system to come through this weekend, most likely coming in during the late morning to early afternoon hours on Saturday. And then the worst of the snow is most likely to occur during the day on Sunday, maybe as early as Saturday night.
Andrew White's a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. He says the part of Indiana that's supposed to get it the worst is southern Indiana, where roughly 7 to 10 inches of snow is expected. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you want to be safe while driving in the upcoming winter weather, State Police Sergeant John Perrine says you should just follow this simple advice.
Just simply don't drive like a knucklehead. When you get out and you have to get out and drive in this stuff, keep safety in forefront of your mind and be respectful of other drivers.
He says you need to leave early to reach your destination, slow down, and watch out for snowplow drivers who are trying to clear the streets. Average gas price today is $2.76 a gallon, says AAA, and one lucky Hoosier is sitting on a Powerball jackpot. The Hoosier Lottery said Thursday that the ticket matched 4 out of 5 numbers, which were 16, 20, 28, 36, and 52, plus the Powerball of 12. The ticket was purchased at a quick stop on South 13th Street in Decatur. WIBC News Time is now 4:04. Your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
You've got WIBC traffic at 4:05 with Matt Bear.
All right, Jake, on the south side, westbound 465 at the White River. It's a traffic hazard blocking 2 right lanes, and it looks like somebody dropped sand all over the interstate. NDOT is out there cleaning it up. No delay at the moment. East side, southbound 465, stop and go from 72-74. That's a delay of 5 minutes. Inbound 65, slow from 21st to Meridian. Southbound 65-70, stop and go. North split to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Aleve. Sometimes weather and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you. With just 1 pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast now from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies overnight. It's going to turn in cold with lows near 8, but wind chill values below 0. We'll see cold conditions on your Friday with highs only near 14. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hammer, multiple arrests in the Minnesota church protest. Like, remember the anti-ICE mob storming that church, terrorizing all the Christians there praying, kids crying, and anti-ICE protesters screaming at them, preaching about white privilege. How could you just sit here and let this happen while ICE does their job, blah, blah, blah. And I am happy to report multiple arrests now in what happened with that fiasco, with that just deplorable act of depravity.
And some of your favorite TV pals, right? So the lady we talked about yesterday, that's been the community activist that's made all this money over the years but has passed out very little. She was one of the ringleaders. She was arrested. Her name is Nikema Levy Armstrong. The Attorney General Pam Bondi says she was the key organizer of this event. Then you had another member of the St. Paul School Board. And we played the audio yesterday of Johnny Tough Guy, the prototypical left-wing activist with the beard that was yelling at Pam Bondi, "I dare you to come arrest me." Well, dare accepted, arrested. So those were some of the folks that were taken into custody. Now, before those arrests were made, because that happened earlier today, last night on CNN, the Armstrong chick, you know, the community activist that has made over $1 million and passed out very little, she was lying out of her teeth, Nigel. Listen to the way she describes what went on in that church and compare that to the video we've all seen.
And I do want to correct something that was said in the beginning. We did not rush into that church.
Yes, you did.
We actually went and sat down and participated in the service. And after the pastor prayed, that is when I stood up and asked him a question in response to his prayer. And then he responded to me. And then I proceeded to ask him about Pastor David Easterwood and how is it possible for him to serve as both a pastor
and the director of ICE from Minnesota.
Who cares?
And instead of responding to me, as soon as I said the name David Easterwood, the pastor says, "Shame, shame." And that is when I led us in chants, "Justice for Renee Good," and "Hands up, don't shoot." So I want to clarify that. We didn't rush in. We didn't bust in.
You did.
We were a part of the service until I
sick.
got up and posed that question to the pastor.
All right. And obviously, I'm not going to dispute your saying what happened.
What?
What?
A journalist? When was this? This was on CNN. I'm not going to dispute that. No, yeah.
We've seen the video. You lunatics were threatening and yelling at children.
Intimidation.
And you're going to say,
Harassment.
we casually walked in. We sat down.
We prayed.
We listened to the service. We put some money. We tithed. We all took communion. Oh, and then afterwards, we acted like total animals. But that was afterwards. Who do you think you are, Jussie Smollett? Do you expect us to believe this? At one point, did a couple of Nigerian guys come out and say, this is MAGA country? I am so happy this lunatic was taken into custody, Nige.
Where is Don Lemon, former CNN host? He knew about all this. He was with the organizers before they came into the church, and I'm just reading now on Drudge, which is basically a left-leaning aggregate site for anything anti-Trump now, in red, that the judge has rejected the Department of Justice's bid to charge Don Lemon.
Yes.
So that's a headline here.
So Don Lemon won't be charged, but 3 others have been charged.
All right. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Everybody in that mob should have been arrested, in my opinion.
Erin Burnett, she was the anchor doing that interview last night.
Ugh.
Well, I'm not going to dispute that. Do you not have 2 eyes and a functioning brain, Erin? Have you not watched the videos, plural, videos of what went on in that church? You're not going to push back at all. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Hey, I'm not going to dispute that.
Now, I'll give you Erin Barnett, and I'll raise you another moron, Timu Obama. Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader for the Democrats, he says that ICE should not be allowed to storm churches, but maybe he just forgot, did not mention anything at all about what happened in Minnesota.
That's common sense. ICE should not be able to storm houses of worship, hospitals, and schools. That's common sense. That relates to protocols that exist for every other law enforcement agency in the country.
I agree. And so the same should be applied to lunatic, leftist, smelly, beatnik protesters going into Christian churches. What a soft, easy target. You pick on these people. It had nothing to do with protecting Somalis or illegals. It had everything to do with your hatred of the Christian church. That's all it was right there.
Sometimes the simplest words stand out and they're so accurate they just hit. Smelly is the perfect word to describe these people, Nige. Well done.
That toboggan wearing long beard having, it looks like, he had the Osama bin Laden beard, right? Which it just goes like, he wants to be Osama. He wishes that he had that kind of legendary, iconic, demonic status that is the guy that planned 9/11, right? He wishes that was him, but he is just some smelly beatnik hippie.
I've never met the guy.
That's all you are, dude.
But I guarantee you he's smelly. 100%. Hey, do you want to hear from a lunatic?
I thought that's what we've been doing.
Oh, you haven't heard anything yet, Nige.
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg on The View, claiming that President Trump is going to break up interracial marriages and then redistribute the white spouses.
What?
All of you. Talking about you, it's us. He's not going to say, oh, you're with a white guy, I'm going to keep you from being deported. No, he's going to deport you and put the white guy with someone else. The man is out there.
No, I think you're out there. Whoopi. Whoopi.
Whoopi with the hard H?
You're out there. What are you talking about? Where's your evidence? Where's your proof of that? And he's Donald Trump's going to put the white guy that was married to somebody of different color with someone of the same color?
Donald Trump himself is going to go knocking door to door. Excuse me.
Knock, knock.
Excuse me. I see that you're white, you're black. Got to break you up. Got to break you up.
Sir, we'll put you up with somebody of your own color. Okay.
Whoopi was right. So
Wow.
ridiculous.
How are they still on the air? How is
Right.
that woman allowed to speak? And I love the fact, side note, that you put out an AI picture of me and Whoopi Goldberg in University of Miami, the U
Hurricane
the
jerseys.
hurricane jerseys, and people believed it and defriended us on Facebook because of it. This is a step too far.
Yes, there was one guy. I can't believe you're putting this out there. This is too far even for you
I
guys.
think it was more than one, like between X and Facebook. That was hilarious, dude.
That tells me my AI skills are getting a lot better. If people actually thought that was a picture of you and Keith Olbermann and Whoopi Goldberg all rooting for the U.
Although one criticism I will levy against you is that Whoopi was a tad too skinny in that AI
You're right.
photo.
I
of
did
her and
see
I.
a couple people mention, where's her other 200 pounds? So I'll work on that. Before we take a break here, do you want to hear from another lunatic?
Sure, let's do it.
Remember Fredo at CNN, Chris Cuomo? Well, he's now at News Nation, and rest assured, he's still trying to be Johnny Tough Guy.
Okay.
Because in the CNN days, like, he would be lifting weights and he'd show you how much he was curling and how much he was benching for some reason, because I don't know why. But now he's very upset that Scott Jennings went on CNN and had a debate with a 25-year-old who said that you're not allowed to call them illegal aliens anymore.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, this is a 25-year-old. We're not talking about a high school freshman or a kid. It's a 25-year-old who agreed to go on CNN, agreed to debate Scott Jennings, and tried to tell him, you're not allowed to say illegal aliens anymore. Well, Scott Jennings basically just depantsed him on national news, and now here comes Fredo, steroided up, allegedly, going after Scott Jennings.
You see this clip of Scott Jennings saying, how are you going to enforce it? How are you going to enforce me not saying the word illegals anymore? How are you going to do that?
Say illegals anymore, because ICE is directly targeting legal citizens of this country. And how
are you going to enforce your edict on me, just out of curiosity?
What are you, bully now? What are you, tough guy? Because you're talking to this kid who happens to be right, calling people illegals. They're called illegal aliens in the law. And you know what? A long time ago, Republicans and Democrats switched to undocumented. The point is, how are you going to do it? What are you going to do? What are you? You're a tough guy now, huh? If you want to be a tough guy, there are plenty of tough guys out there. You want to see how somebody can make you stop saying illegal, and then what are you going to do, sue? Tough guy. So if somebody beats your ass because you're being rude and disrespectful and causing division in this country, that's causing distress and pain all over the streets and making people want to hurt one another, if you really want to be a part of that, as the expression goes, FAFO.
Why didn't he say that on his CNN show? Oh, wait a minute.
That's right.
Chris Cuomo was fired for CNN for colluding with his brother and the Democrat Party there in New York. And
But he's on News Nation now. He got rehired, and he's doing the same tough guy shtick.
And so he is threatening and saying that Scott Jennings should be assaulted for giving his opinion? Is that?
You know what that reminds me of? One of my favorite movies is Major League, where at one point, Roger Dorn stands up and says, you better let that rookie know I'm not going to put up with his stuff. And then the manager, Lou Brown, simply says, Shut up, Dorn. Like, in my mind, Scott Jennings is like, Shut up, Fredo. Sit down. Matt Bear.
All right, guys, we have 3 stalls on the interstates right now. Something to think about with the cold weather coming in. Right now, eastbound 465 on the north side stall at the White River, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Keystone. A stall on eastbound 70 before Rural, and that's on the exit ramp to Rural. Keystone, the ramp is open, partially blocked. And a stall going westbound 465 on the south side. This is westbound at the White River. The right lane is blocked, stop-and-go traffic back to I-69. Traffic Traffic, sponsored by Super Sure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but Super Sure coming soon. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Shut up, Fredo. Fans a fart and walks away. Right now, looking outside, it's 32. This time tomorrow, you're going to be praying that it was this warm. Tomorrow, a high of 9, a low of 4. Just 4 degrees. That's the regular temperature. The wind chill is going to be like minus 10.
Just stop.
And then, over the weekend, to quote Joe Biden, get ready, pal. Here comes the winter storm. You're going to see some snow. Still questionable about how much, but you're going to see some snow. All right, coming up next, we're going to play a fun round of Is This Anything? Come on back.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Here are just a few hot buys going on in January. Lift chairs starting at $5.99. Lazy Boy recliners starting at $4.99. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses, $71 per month. Smith Brothers sofas, $18.99. Up to 25% off all outdoor furniture. Reclining sofas starting at $6.99. Sale ends Monday. Free delivery. Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Hammer here for my friends at Technology Recyclers, tech-recyclers.com. These guys are awesome. Owned and operated by badass Hoosier veterans. I had a chance to visit their facility last week. And if you are a business and you've got a lot of old computers or laptops or phones or even old screens and televisions, Technology Recyclers, they've got a team of drivers. They will come to your business and they will pick up all of your old electronics, and they specialize in making sure all of the data is destroyed. That's what they do best. Again, these are military guys. They know how to blow stuff up and get rid of stuff, right? They will make sure your data is destroyed. That's a guarantee. Now, if you're just a residential citizen, they've got a drop-off location, and periodically throughout the year, they'll have events where you can drive somewhere and get rid of anything that you want. They'll take pretty much anything, whether it's a group of electronics, a basket of kumquats, you name it, they will take it. But if you have questions about anything, reach out to them online, tech-recyclers.com. That's tech-recyclers.com. Make sure you tell them, I heard about you guys on the Hammer and Nigel show, and God bless the USA.
Custom jewelry is not out of reach with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. At PA Jewelers, you can customize any piece of jewelry for that special someone. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. Gold, diamonds, gemstones, and of course those watches from Flederman Von Riest, assembled right here in Indiana. Custom designed jewelry with PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. Custom jewelry made just for you. PA Jewelers, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg. 317-456-4010. PAJewelers.jewelry.
The last thing you want is your home's heater to quit on you. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you warm and comfortable quickly. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Don't forget, we're always on time or you don't pay it time. Always on time or you don't pay it time. Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Lose weight or stop smoking with hypnosis, guaranteed or your money back. Only $59.99. Destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, or weight gain, or your money back. Hypnosis, January 29th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Noblesville. Weight loss of 5:30 p.m., stop smoking at 8. And January 31st at the Holiday Inn Indianapolis Airport. Weight loss 11 a.m., stop smoking at 2. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments
It's
Coalition.
2026 and it's time to get your home zero-resified. Call the Zero Res Cleaning Heroes for the WIBC special 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com.
Devor and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
And we're brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search. Just put your name in at indianaunclaimed.gov to see if you have any money floating around out there, Hammer.
Is this anything? A woman who goes by the name of Romeo on social media sang a new theme song for Dr. Pepper.
I saw this. Okay.
This was kind of a popular thing. It was trending for a little while. The fine folks at Dr. Pepper saw it, and they created a new ad featuring Romeo's jingle. Now, here's her original jingle and the updated version on the official Dr. Pepper commercial.
I have a theme song for Dr. Pepper, and it goes like this. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice. Doo-doo-doo. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
Right.
Doo-doo-doo.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper, baby,
come on.
is good and nice. Dr. Pepper, baby,
I got it. One of the redeeming things about social media is you can become a star just like that for something. I mean, she's got some talent, obviously. I mean, Dr. Pepper put her voice in auto-tune and added music and everything, but I'm not mad at her. Good for her. That's great. Yeah, that's something for sure. I mean, it rarely happens.
Right. You like it when you hear success stories.
I do too. Yeah, I'm not mad at her at all.
Is that better or worse than the old school jingle where you just had some random dude dancing and prancing around New York? I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, that fat bastard over there, he's a pepper. We're all just a bunch of damn peppers.
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know which is better, actually, now that you put it like
paraphrasing
that.
the lyrics there.
That fat bastard's a pepper. That son of a bitch is a pepper.
Hey, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Bleep you, buddy. Great moments in Dr. Pepper history. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden.
Thank you, Terry, and thank you, Dr. Pepper, and thank you, Chancellor, or Dr. Paper.
The guy's name was Dr. Paper, Paeper. Thank you, Dr. Pepper.
Chancellor?
Chancellor?
Oh, excuse me, Dr. Paper?
Great moments in Dr. Pepper history. Forrest Gump.
They put you in this little room with just about anything you want to eat or drink. I must have drank me about 15 Dr. Peppers.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
It's an honor, sir.
I gotta
Congratulations.
pee.
How do you feel?
I gotta pee.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
Great moments in Dr. Pepper history.
Do that. Can we do the last one? Can we do the last one on here, or do you want
Sure.
to save it?
No,
Are
we
you
can
sure?
do that. Yeah.
Allison.
Dateline, Florida. A guy in Florida stole wine and steak by shoving it down his pants.
Oh, no.
In the store. Here's the owner of the store, Phil, talking about the theft.
Big pants. I think they're like made for stealing. You know, he has them blocked. You know, they're blocked at the bottom so it doesn't go through. He came over here, looked around to see if anybody was looking, and he shoved it in his pants. And we were shocked. That's why when he came back the one steak, I thought, okay, I got it back, what he stole. And then when we found out there was this thing in his pants, it was unbelievable. It's just like shocking. He ran off after we got the stuff back. By the time the cops got there, he was gone. But they have a good description. They have the video, and I'm sure he's on foot somewhere.
So the guy got away, but at least they got the merchandise back at the mom and pop meat store. Unfortunately, they're probably going to have to put it on discount because it's been down somebody's pants. I'd say this is something, Hammer, I'll defer to you, though. I mean, the owner said that the guy's pants were made for stealing.
So it was like a 1990s story. The dude shows up wearing like big elastic MC Hammer pants, but then in full 90s mode, he tight rolls them at the bottom so the goods don't fall out of said pants.
Oh, I love the tight roll.
right? The only thing missing was like a baseball jersey on backwards and him yelling, "Crisscross will make you jump, jump." But what a moron, though. Like, in 2026, with all the cameras and everybody having phones, people are going to see you shoving crap down your pants.
You going to buy a brisket on discount knowing that it's been down somebody's pants? I don't care if it's wrapped in cellophane or not. I mean, times are tough.
I mean,
The
meat's
economy-
expensive, Nige. Meat's
very
expensive. And, like, did he think he was going to get away? Now, I do not have a bottle of wine in here, and I do not have steaks, but I do have a roll of paper towels.
Oh,
so
no.
now,
YouTube
chat, get
Don't-
ready.
don't.
I'm going to show you my crotch.
Don't.
And then I'm going to show you what it would look like if this guy was putting a bottle of wine, in this case, roll of paper towels, in his crotch, okay?
No.
So, look, here's my crotch.
Stop it.
Crotch. Now.
Stop.
Here comes
I can't look.
that. Oh, look at me. I'm just shopping. I'm here in Florida. I'm just shopping. Look at that, Nige.
Stop.
I'm just shopping. You like
that
that,
was-
buddy? Huh?
Allison.
He's thrusting, Nigel.
No, I'm not looking. I know he's thrusting.
Did he think he's going to get away with
I
this?
could feel the wind across the studio from the hip thrusts.
It's weird that Jake in the newsroom is making eye contact with me right now, and I don't know how to feel about that. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hammer Nigel here. I had my 6-week check-in with Premier Weight Loss. I am down 12 pounds since my last check-in, and down to a weight that I haven't been since my 20s. And because I've still been working out, I haven't lost any muscle mass. So if you're thinking about weight loss medication, Premier Weight Loss Indy is the choice. Right, Hammer?
I've seen immediate results since I've been working with Premier Weight Loss. PWLindy.com. That's the website. You could visit any one of their locations, 2 different locations, 96th and Meridian, or another one at 106th and 69. They will meet with you face to face and come up with a plan specifically for you and whatever your goals are. I lost about 16 pounds in 2 months, and that was over the holidays. So if I can do it, you can do it. Become a member right now. PWLindy.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Pat Sullivan here, ringing in the new year with peace of mind, knowing my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling are the only ones I have to call for all my home service needs. Hope rolled into 2026 with a shocking bang, adding electrical to their list of services, and now they're my one-stop shop for any home service issue that may arise. So if any plumbing, HVAC, or electrical problem happens in your home, call who I call, my friends at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
After 8 months, they're figuring it out. 32 degrees in downtown Indy with mostly cloudy skies and radar is clear. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:33. While the Colts originally blamed a respiratory illness for former owner Jim Irsay hospital stays, the FBI is now looking at evidence of multiple secret overdoses. They are looking into this as of now. Snow is supposed to make its way into Indiana soon. Here's John Herrick.
Andrew White is a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis. He says snow will arrive starting at some point on Saturday, with the heaviest amounts expected further south.
We definitely want to continue to monitor the forecast because this is still 3 to 4 days out, so there still could be some shifts in how things eventually end up working out. But if you have weekend weekend plans, and now's definitely the time you want to just reconsider those, especially during the day on Sunday.
He says some spots in southern Indiana could get between 7 to 10 inches of snow, and temperatures will be frigid. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Vice President J.D. Vance going to Minneapolis to talk about anti-ICE protests that have been rocking the city since earlier this year.
Working with state and local officials, we can make the worst moments of chaos much less common, and all they've got to do is meet us halfway.
Renee Good was shot and killed 2 weeks ago, and she's being accused of domestic terrorism, while public outcry suggests she was killed by ICE. Thousands are heading to D.C. this Friday for the annual March of Life, where Vance is set to speak there as well. And the NFL Combine will stay in Indianapolis through at least 2028. WIBC News Time. Before we go ahead and cut it to break here, let's take a look at the stocks. With your WIBC closing bell report, at the closing bell today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose by nearly 307 points to 49,384. The S&P 500 increased by almost 38 points to 6,913. And the NASDAQ went up by 211 points to 23,436. All right, WIBC News Time is now 4:35. You've got traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
With traffic at 4:36, what are you watching, Matt Bear?
A lot of stalls right now, Jake. It's eastbound 465. This is a crash on the northwest side, eastbound to the east of the 865 interchange. And the right lane is blocked. Traffic jammed all the way past 86th Street. And then looking at the northeast side, eastbound 465 at the White River. Before Allisonville Road, the left lane is blocked, jamming up traffic back to Westfield Boulevard. On the northeast side, stalled northbound 465 shy of East 71st Street. That's the left lane blocked. Traffic backed up to I-74, an 18-minute delay. On the south side, stall westbound 465 after the White River blocks the right lane. No delay at the moment. Eastbound 70 stop and go traffic harding into the south split. It's a 3-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Heating Weather Center forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the mid-20s, and for tomorrow, highs in the mid to upper teens with partly cloudy skies still in place. And there is a chance of afternoon snow in central Indiana on Saturday, and highs will be in the lower teens, so make sure you bundle up, and if you're heading out there, be safe. I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
Wow, that's really loud.
Hammer, are you seeing these same headlines I am on social media? I'm trying to find it right now, but it's from the Washington Post. Something about the FBI investigating the death of former Colts owner Jim Irsay?
They're looking into the doctors and the people that prescribed him the pain medication and the ketamine. This is according to a new report. The Washington Post has it. The New York Post has it. So the FBI issued a federal grand jury subpoena earlier this month for the records tied to Jim Irsay's death. His alleged substance use with illegal and prescription drugs and his relationship with Dr. Harry and I'm going to butcher his last name, Haritan, a California-based addiction specialist. Now, again, this is from the Washington Post, and they're citing court documents and sources close to the investigation. Investigators also spent several days in Indianapolis already this month. Now, Ursay, who passed away last year, we had the guy that broke the story from the Washington Post on our program, and he said there was a lot of questions surrounding this, including the death certificate, the body, the way everything was handled.
You said the death certificate, they ruled it natural, quote unquote natural.
Right. And it was signed by a private doctor, and they said that he died of cardiac arrest, though no autopsy was ever performed. And this doctor allegedly prescribed over 200 opioid pills before Ursay OD'd on 2 separate occasions back in December of 2023, once at his Indianapolis home and another in Miami. This is courtesy of the Washington Post. Wow. So the Ursay family is not saying much right now, but this is an investigation that is underway. Kind of a Michael Jackson type deal here, where, okay, you've lost the big name, but now they're going after the person that prescribed the drugs. Michael Jackson, it was Dr. Conrad Murray, and in this case, it's this doctor that gave him over 200 pills and allegedly the ketamine. So that is the latest with that.
Yeah, I mean, the struggle that Ursay had with those opioids is well known. He made it known.
He talked about it. Yeah.
I mean, I was on a regimen of, I don't know, Vicodin or hydrocodone, or it's the same thing, I don't know. But I remember after my nasal surgery, I had deviated septum surgery. I was on like for 7 days, like 3 a day, right? 3 pills a day. And then afterwards, I kind of felt like I had the flu for like a day or two, and I told the doctor, I feel like crap. What's going on? He's like, yeah, that's kind of the thing that happens. Imagine taking, I was doing 3 a day for 7 days. Imagine. Well, Brett Favre, he was taking dozens. I mean, there's plenty of documented cases where celebrities and people of high status, well known, that were taking dozens and dozens and dozens of these pills. Imagine chasing. So the thing is, you're chasing the feeling of not being sick, not some sort of high.
Right.
Once you ingest more opioids, that flu feeling times 500 goes away.
Now,
I couldn't imagine.
Now, I know you didn't get to Ursay or Brett Favre level here, but is it that you're not chasing a high, but because you're taking so many pills, you do feel kind of high, that when you come down from it, you don't feel normal? Does that make sense?
You don't feel normal. You feel like I just said, like the flu, from what it's been described to me, as the flu times 500. Now, I felt like I just was under the weather. Like I didn't have a refill. I didn't have any more pills or anything. I got over it in a day or two, but I felt like crap. I couldn't imagine if you're taking 30. I don't know what Jim Irsay was taking or wasn't taking. I don't know. That's all.
Even if you're not per se sick, like in real life sick.
Yes, exactly.
But you feel like it because you're not feeling perfect, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the people that are doing 30 a day, you're sick until you either take one through your mouth or snort it.
Right.
I've known plenty of people that do, like, chop that stuff in because it gets into your bloodstream quicker.
And you know what, Matt Baer, I know this isn't necessarily your wheelhouse per se, but you are part of the Supporting Sobriety podcast you do with Ryan Hedrick from the WIBC News. 10 pills a day.
Oh, man.
I would want to have that feeling. And when I came down, even though I'm not sick, I would feel sick. Does that make any sense to you?
It makes absolute sense. I mean, when you come off any kind of opiate, it feels like alligators are eating your legs. There are so many symptoms. It is absolutely brutal, and you do feel sick. I mean, really sick. And I know we're talking about ketamine here, but anytime there's a withdrawal from anything, alcohol, it could be drugs, opiates, whatever it is, there's going to be a consequence to it. That's bad stuff, man.
Do we as a nation and a Justice Department need to start going after these doctors that overprescribe things a little more? Like, there's a fine line between, okay, you gave somebody medication and he overused it, as opposed to somebody that gave Michael Jackson lethal doses, somebody that gave an addict like Jim Irsay all these things when you know he was in trouble. Those are the kind of guys I'm talking about.
I do not have a problem with that at all, and I'll tell you why, because I do believe that the doctors are part of the reason we are in this situation right now with opiate addiction and fentanyl addiction. It's over prescriptions. It's an easy prescription to write, and you remember back in the 2000s, even the 2010s for that matter, and, just opiates were everywhere. They had pain clinics everywhere, and that was part of the thing. You could just get it from anybody at any time. Now, it's tightened up since then, but apparently not to the point that if you have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, you can get whatever you want, and yes, I'd like to look at some of these doctors. I think that'd be A-okay with me.
Matt Bear, if you're down for it, let's continue this conversation tomorrow on your weekly segment. Is that okay?
I'd love to.
All right. So that's
Thanks,
Matt
buddy.
Bear back in the traffic center. Download the podcast supporting sobriety. On the subject of football, Nige, this may be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I don't believe this is going to be the recipe for the Democrats to start winning back young male voters. Okay? Clearly, bringing in Tim Walz didn't work. Quote, America's football coach who comes out there doing a chorus line and jazz hands. That didn't work. So there are a group of liberals. They did some podcast, and they're claiming that the sport of football is fascist.
Football is conservative coded. There's no way around it. You also use a word near and dear to the heart of this bastard over here, fascist and fascism. Any rules or even guidelines for a sport should always be built in to give the individuals freedom. We're watching the players, so we want to see them have agency. We want them to have autonomy. We look at basketball and we go, it should be like jazz. It should be free. And it kind of almost gives this message that that's what we want. And football is the exact opposite of that. And the very controlled nature of football, it actually shuns individuality. Everybody plays in a system. The system is designed to control. A lot of the players are interchangeable. Yes.
Bring the chain out. Everything is so exact and measured.
The version of fascism that's embedded in football, it works in football. Just the idea that plays are sent in via radio, in from the sideline, down from the press box. It is the most sort of corporate hierarchical world.
Or it's just a fantastic effing game, and you're putting way too much thought into that. I think one of those guys is Chuck Klosterman, who's a longtime music critic. He's an author, but I just come on, you're putting exactly right. It's a wonder why a lot of males voted for Donald Trump in 2024. Because guys like this are not endearing to your cause. Football is fascist. It's only the most popular game in American culture in terms of sports.
Imagine watching that IU Miami championship game, and they cut to a shot of the coordinator that's up in the booth, and he's calling in the play and thinking, oh my God, what an anti-American fascist thing to do. If that's what you took from that, that's why you lost in a landslide in the election.
They're all in the same uniform, and they're working in unison, and they don't have free range to operate independently, and they're all wearing cups and jock straps, and their cranks aren't allowed to float free in the air either. It's just everything's restricted, and
I don't see a single woman competing against the men. What's wrong with these guys? Fascists. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Pretty amazing here with Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. If you invest with him, if you invest $250,000, you get a $50,000 upfront bonus. No kidding, no joke. You'll also get an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. So rather than ride that Wall Street roller coaster with your retirement accounts and your IRAs and 401ks, you could get a 20% upfront bonus here with Bill Demery.
Set up that free first meeting with Bill Demery, my retirement guy, your retirement guy. Ask about how you can get the upfront bonus and an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. And oh, by the way, you can sleep easy because your money is backed by one of the largest insurance companies in the world. So set up that free meeting, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120, or go online to yourretirementguy.com.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
Jewelry Graham. Hi, I'm Brian, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. We have just the right gift for your sweetheart this Valentine's Day. Any style, any budget. Like heart-shaped necklaces, birthstones, or hand-matched diamond studs. Getting engaged? Create a dream ring and choose from natural and lab-grown diamonds in all shapes and sizes. Come see us in store or at shaneco.com because a friend wants you to win Valentine's Day. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Is life insurance part of your New Year's resolution? Listen, if you're young and healthy, it's simple, and any old agent can get it done. But if you're 50 to 60 years old with a touch of wide waistband syndrome or have correlating health glitches, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou doesn't bait and switch you in with young and healthy rates only to clobber you with the truth down the road. $1 million of coverage could be as low as $200 per month. And unlike that treadmill, this one won't collect dust in the corner. Call Term Provider, speak with Big Lou, and find out how much he can save you on your new $1 million life insurance policy. Start this year off with peace of mind by calling Big Lou at 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-777-1979 or biglou.com.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash, with 0% interest.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
Take care of your well with a 6-point inspection from C&J Well Company and save 20%, their lowest price of the year. Great systems, great people. 317-852-WELL.
KC and the Sunshine Band, live at Old National Center, January 23rd at 7:30 p.m. It's the ultimate throwback party. Get your tickets today at WIBC.com.
Okay, Matthew, what's going on?
Looking at the northwest side, it's eastbound 465 crash. Right lane blocked to the east of the interchange. Traffic jam back to 79th Street. Looking at eastbound 465 on the northeast side. Stall before Allisonville Road, stop and go to Westfield Boulevard. Also on the northeast side, northbound 465 before East 71st Street. A stalled semi, and that's in the left lane, causing stop and go traffic back to I-74, 20-minute delay. Eastbound 70 stop and go Belmont to the south split, a 3-minute delay. Southbound 6570 jams north split to the south split, a 7-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today, because at B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
So it's not going to be pretty. Next couple of days in terms of the weather. Next couple of days in terms of the weather, think of it as Rosie O'Donnell in a Speedo. That's what we're looking at here.
No thanks.
Right now, it's not bad. It's 32 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. But this time tomorrow, we're going to be down about 25 degrees. Wind chill is going to be down about 35 degrees. Bus stop time tomorrow, around -10. We'll talk a little bit more about the weather coming up in just a little bit. I'm Hammer. Big Nige is here.
Hello.
Now, when Curt Cignetti, the IU championship football coach, was hired at Indiana, his introductory press conference, he had that iconic line. It's pretty simple. I win, Google me. And he went out, got Indiana in the playoff, and then the next year went undefeated and won the whole damn thing. Have you seen what happens right now when you go to Google and type in Curt Cignetti?
No.
So go to Google, type in the name Curt Cignetti, and just hit enter. And at the very top, do you see it yet?
All it says, yup, he won.
Google
me.
Has created a special tribute for Curt Cignetti. So when you Google his name right now,
Oh, that's great.
it pops up, yep, he won. And then all of the information that you're looking for.
That's incredible.
That's such a strong line, too. Like, to go into Indiana, of all places, like the laughing stock of big boy football programs, and say, we're going to win here. I win. It's pretty simple. I win. Google me. And then to back it up, that's pretty strong. So good for Curt Cignetti. Speaking of Google, they're saying that the word of January is the word whimsy. People are searching for the word whimsy at record levels on Google right now. I guess there was some viral post on social media where everybody wants to be whimsical or whimsy, which is fancy talk for fun to start the new year.
Fanciful.
Fanciful.
Yes.
Sassy. Can we do sassy?
Playfully quaint.
I thought you said taint there for a second.
Of course you did.
Hey, how about this? Caller number 9 right now, 239-9393. A pair of tickets to see the screening of the movie Airplane with the live Q&A with Ted Stryker, Robert Hayes, and Julie Haggerty.
Elaine?
Friday, May 15th, Old National Center, 239-9393.
A new year means great new lease deals from Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Lease a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sport for $279 a month or a 2026 CRV LX all-wheel drive for just $269 a month. Your choice for only $4,999 down. Make the most of the new year at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Tax not included with approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. $10K a year, all fees, taxes, and first payment due at signing. Lease offers require qualifications for Honda loyalty. Offer ends January 31st, 2026. See dealer for details.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
We set out to be the very best of the best, and the past couple years we've actually achieved that. For all of the state of Indiana, we've been awarded the Dealer of the Year award twice now. Unlike other brands, that only gets handed to one dealer every year, and we're very proud to have won that twice.
Put the best to work for you at FamilyHVAC.net. Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
What say we start that new year with a new car at Tom Roush Lincoln? Hurry in for the 8, 9, 10 deal. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? The 8, 9, 10 deal right now at Tom Roush Lincoln. Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
As proud sports medicine partners of the Indianapolis Indians, Butler University, Purdue University, and the Indiana Sports Corporation, Franciscan Health is here to keep our community moving. Whether you're a weekend warrior or high school champ, we offer injury evaluations, concussion testing, and personalized recovery plans to help you get back out there. Because when you love the game, we love getting you back in it. Call 317-781-1133 or visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedindy.
Jeff Saturday for Indiana Unclaimed.
Listen up. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Indiana Unclaimed might have found some of your money. And if you're like me, you had no idea. But I went and checked for my name on indianaunclaimed.gov. Look, I found a Hall of Fame quarterback on that list and the foundation of a former punter. The state of Indiana is reuniting folks with $1 million per week. Your name may be on that list too. Go find it at indianaunclaimed.gov.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Now that's how you make Indiana football history. And this is how you celebrate it. Academy Sports and Outdoors has Indiana championship gear. Hoodies designed to turn your rivals crimson with envy. Hats poised for the champion's nod. And official jerseys that never fade from glory. Indiana fans, you are the champions. Now gear up like a winner. New championship styles are arriving daily at your local Bloomington store and online at academy.com. Fun can't lose.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
More than 200 million Americans on notice. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. A winter storm on the march, now expected to impact more than 40 states from New Mexico to New York with a treacherous combination of snow, ice, and frigid temperatures.
The ice that falls and the snow that falls isn't going anywhere anytime soon because of that cold. So once the ice falls, it's going to be there for a while. So power outages, transportation issues, they could be as long as a week, if not more.
National Weather Service Director Ken Graham, multiple states already declaring emergencies to help with storm prep, especially in the southern U.S. U.S. airlines already trying to get ahead of problems by issuing travel waivers. At least 7 major carriers allowing more flexibility for passengers to cancel or change trips. Outreach from Vice President J.D. Vance in Minneapolis, where anti-ice protests have escalated.
Working with state and local officials, we can make the worst moments of chaos much less common, and all they've got to do is meet us halfway.
He says agents are enforcing immigration laws and that lack of cooperation has led to more federal agents needed for protection from violent protesters. The Minneapolis mayor accuses the administration of violating constitutional rights and says people are rightfully scared and angry. At least 3 people now facing federal charges for the anti-ice protest that disrupted a church service last weekend. Former special counsel Jack Smith says he followed the rule of law when he accused then former President Trump of mishandling classified documents and trying to overturn the 2020 election.
I am not a politician, and I have no partisan loyalties.
But House Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan says the prosecutions were political, including a gag order.
Jack Smith restricts the speech of the former president while he's a candidate for president.
Both federal cases were dropped after the president won the 2024 election. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Who the FBI is looking into. Mostly cloudy and 32 degrees at our Radio 1 studios. Low is 20. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:02. The FBI is looking into former Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay, who died in May. A grand jury is digging into Irsay's prescription drug use in the months before he died. Agents have already been in Indy this month conducting interviews. One thing you'll need to be ready is frigid temperatures.
Yeah, so in the near term, the big focus we have is the very cold weather tonight. We're expecting temperatures to fall into the single digits and even below zero over portions of northwest Indiana.
Andrew White with the National Weather Service expects there to be roughly 7 to 10 inches of snow in southern Indiana and lighter amounts the further north you go starting Saturday, lasting through the weekend. State police are urging you to drive carefully when snow arrives in Indiana because there are some things that could catch you off guard. John Herrick explains.
A lot of vehicles now have fancy equipment on them, but State Police Sergeant John Perrine reminds you that those things can't always protect you when you're driving.
Well, I think some people are naive about having all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and they think that because they
they have that, they can drive faster.
Perrine says they find just as many all-wheel drive vehicles sliding off into ditches in winter weather as they do vehicles that don't have that.
I think it's that false sense of security that because you have some technology in your car that you can drive faster than you really should be.
John Herrick, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Indianapolis police said today a man was arrested after stabbing another man at Castleton Square Mall. Lem Word is accused of stabbing the man with a folding knife inside last night. Word had been stealing things, including handbags from Macy's. When the man tried to stop Word, that's when he was stabbed. And Word is now in the Marion County Jail. And one lucky Hoosier matched 4 out of 5 numbers in last night's double play drawing. A $50,000 winning ticket was bought at the Decatur Quick Stop gas station on South 13th. The winning numbers were 16, 20, 28, 36, and 52 with the Powerball of 12. News time, 5:04. Your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com.
With your WIBC traffic at 5:05, here's Matt Bear.
Yeah, Jake, northeast side, northbound 465 before East 71st Street. The stall just cleared, and traffic still stopping. Go back to I-74, 22-minute delay, but the front of the line should be out before too long. Looking at eastbound 465 on the northwest side, crash, right lane blocked to the east of the 865 interchange, has us backed up to West 79th Street for a 15-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop and go, 21st to Meridian. Southbound 65-70 jams. Northwood down to the south split, a 7-minute delay. Eastbound 70 delayed 5 minutes. Belmont into the south split. East side southbound 465. Stop and go traffic from 70 to 74. A delay of 5 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Super Shore. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure, not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure, coming soon. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And the forecast now from the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Looking ahead into tonight, you've got partly cloudy skies with lows in the lower 20s. And then as we make our way into Friday, highs will be in the mid to upper teens. So make sure you bundle up there. Partly cloudy skies still in place. And then looking into Saturday and into our weekend, expect several inches of snow, especially in the southern portions of the state. And then lighter amounts the further north you go. I'm Jake McDaniel on The Level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock
it! Hello, I'm Nigel. Hammer's right over there. And yeah, we got some weather coming in. Everybody just calm down. Or freak out. I don't care. You do what you do, you boo. I'm going to just kind of write it out.
You're not even working tomorrow. I don't want to hear any crap.
No, I'm not giving crap. I'm just saying. I mean, it's like, I'm praying for a school delay. I could sleep in for another 20 minutes, you know?
All I know is this. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow. Hell, it could be a little bit of lightning. People on the roadways tomorrow will forget everything they've learned. They will not use a turn signal. They will close their eyes, punch it to 80, take up multiple lanes. That's almost like an excuse when the weather's bad for people to drive like animals. And I pray for Matt Bear because I feel like his job is about to get very difficult after Saturday night.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
That's right. Matt Bear, millionaire. That's what it is. Matt Bear, millionaire.
I wouldn't be mad at him.
Like, if I were Matt, I would print
not.
off business cards and
Yeah.
just pass those out to chicks at the gym. Hi, I'm Matt Bear, millionaire. Oh, well, it rings so well, it must be true. National Weather Service had a little press conference earlier today, and as of right now, they are anticipating Saturday night into Sunday, 4 to 8 inches of snow here in Indianapolis. Now, if you go further south, it's bigger. Okay, this is a storm that is very southern based. Like, parts of Tennessee and Kentucky are going to get rocked with this thing. But as of right now, 4 to 8. But that could totally change by this time tomorrow. If the storm decides to, move north just a little bit, now we're in that 10-inch range. But if you got kids going to the bus stop tomorrow, Nigel, I don't know if your kids ride the bus or not, but a lot of kids do. -10 wind chill.
Got a feeling there will be some delays tomorrow, as predicted by several different meteorologists, including Wish TV, or news gathering partners. I'm sure tomorrow during the show you'll talk to Marcus or Tara.
Yes, we'll have somebody on for
from
sure.
Wish.
And we'll get a more detailed timeline of what to expect, because on Saturday night, you got to remember, Tony Katz has his big event that's taking place downtown.
Yes.
You've got the IU football celebration in Bloomington.
Yep.
Now, that's the area where they're looking to get 10 inches of snow. Wow. The further south you go, the bigger it becomes. So if you're heading out on Saturday, make sure you listen to our show tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have that as the top story. Now, we have a short show tomorrow because IU basketball pregame, I think, starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow. It's a 6 o'clock tip at Rutgers. And for the love of God, Indiana basketball, beat Rutgers. But short show tomorrow. We're going to squeeze Beer Sample Friday in a little earlier, so we will still kickstart the weekend. But every hour, we will have updates on what's going on.
That's what I told the ladies in my 20s. The further south you go, the bigger it gets.
Indiana Senate passing through Senate Bill 78. This would ban cell phones in schools completely, basically.
We always talk about this, and it's kind of, your kids are out of high school now. I like the idea of my kids having at least access to a cell phone.
I'm
in
with
this
you.
day and age. It doesn't have to be in class. It doesn't have to be at their desk. It has to be maybe in their backpack in the locker at the very least.
Right.
At the very least.
And I feel like we're in the minority on that because I'm with
know.
you.
Yeah.
Like, the
It
polling
wasn't-
shows like 68% of people want all cell phones banned from school. You can't get it out at any time. Man, if you got a kid that's responsible, if you've done your job as a parent, I'm with you. What if there's a situation where you kind of need to get a hold of your kid? And I'm not just talking about like a school shooting situation. What if there's a medical situation with me or a medical situation with mom? You've got to get a hold of the child. If you've got a responsible kid, it feels like you're being penalized for all the little Johnny sons of bitches that are just texting their buddies in the middle of algebra class. I feel like there's got to be a better way to discipline people that get their phones out.
Back in the day when you and I graduated high school in the mid to late 90s, people would say, well, just call the school.
Yeah.
Because anymore I call the school, I get a voicemail. Now,
Right.
I could get to the operator or somebody in the front office with a couple clicks or, punches of press 1 here to get, but still.
Right.
You know what I mean.
And look, I know, like, my youngest is in the minority here. He took his academics very seriously. So in class, when the teacher's doing a lecture, he would have his phone out and he'd be taking pictures of, like, whether it's a math equation or the notes that the teacher's got on the screen, or he would record part of the lecture and use that for his studies later on. Now, I get not everybody does that, but for the kids that want to do that, now they're kind of being penalized because of the morons that are just texting their friends or airdropping nudes in the middle of class. Why can't you just make it so if there's a problem in the class, you send the kid to the office, get him out of there? What's wrong with that?
That's not allowed anymore in some schools.
Ridiculous.
Nope.
Ridiculous. So let us know what you think. I mean, maybe Nigel and I are in the total minority here, and based off the polling, we are. But I think this total ban on cell phones compromises safety, and it's a penalty for the kids doing everything right. I think that sucks. Let us know what you think. Jump in the YouTube chat right now. WIBC's YouTube chat. They're streaming this little nickel and dime pony show. And give us a like while you're there. We need 35 more thumbs up, 35 more likes to get us to 100. And that's a key number because that shuts up the 20-year-olds in the digital department. And really, at this point, that's our main motivation. So please, give us a like, give us a thumbs up on the WIBC YouTube chat. Speaking of schools, tell me how you feel about this, Nige.
Okay.
Teacher at a Hamilton Southeastern elementary school, I believe it was Britton Elementary, accused of forcing students to give foot massages during class time. Foot massages from the students.
Elementary kids? Come on.
Teacher taking off the shoes like John Candy in planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh, these dogs are barking. And the kids coming up having to rub that sweaty, gross foot. How would you feel if Connor or Harper had to rub a teacher's foot?
I'd be livid. I know they did an investigation. There were no criminal charges filed. They sent the teacher to another school. I'd be no physical contact with my kids short of a high five or a handshake, okay? Especially in elementary school. That's just weird. Some people would call it grooming. I don't know the situation, but I know just off the top of my head and speculating and being an irrational, passionate parent and protecting my kids, no physical contact at all except maybe a side shoulder hug, good job, buddy, or a high five. Or, like I said, some sort of handshaker. There's no need whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. I don't care how you describe it to me or what context it's in, that my son or daughter in elementary school needs to be touching the teacher's feet. Sorry. That's how I feel. And
now, that I think we're in the majority on. But going back to the cell phone thing, I'm looking at some of the YouTube chat here. Okay. Brian leaves a comment. And Brian is on the opposite side of us, and that's fine. No cell phones in the classroom. I promise your kids are not doing everything right. Well, Brian, my kid had a 4.0 when he graduated early. He's got more scholarship money than anybody I've ever met, and he's going to college. He used his phone as a way to help him with his studies.
Yeah.
So unless he's in there selling heroin, I think he's doing everything right, Brian. But as I said earlier, not everybody is like my youngest. He's an academic machine, right? He's the boy genius.
He is.
But he used his phone for academics. And if there are any other kids that are like that, and I'm not kidding myself, he's not the smartest kid in the world. I'm sure there are others that have used their phone for academics. This law penalizes them. And that's what happens in schools. Whether it's discipline or grades or programs being cut, the kids that want to learn get penalized, and they cater to the little rotten SOBs. That's what I hate. Like the academic programs get cut so we can have more of this or more of that to help get those graduation numbers a little bit better. And I'm not saying that phones aren't a problem in class. I know they are. Morons keep them turned on. They're a distraction. But kick them out. Kick him out. Actually have some teeth to some discipline. And if somebody wants to record the lecture or take pictures of what's going on, I don't think that's a distraction. I really don't. But you can jump in the chat, WIBC's YouTube chat, and let us know what you think. Okay, this bothers me. I know we're up against the break here, but this rubs me the wrong way. In Green Bay, Wisconsin, they've canceled their big Winterfest event due to extreme winter temperatures.
That's all it is in Green Bay. Every year. What?
So Winterfest, which is this big outdoor party celebration, there's drinks and there's food and there's, music, and the Packers are somehow a part of this. They have postponed Winterfest due to extreme cold temperatures. Well, then it's not Winterfest then. Nope. Like, I'm sorry, if you want Summerfest, if you want Springfest, go ahead and schedule that.
It's too hot. It's 99 degrees. We're canceling Summerfest.
I feel like the folks in Wisconsin, Like the chicks that show up in bikinis at freezing cold Packer games would get into a freezing balls cold Winterfest. Like, you don't go to Winterfest and say, boy, it's really cold outside, do you? Because if you do, you're a moron. If you didn't expect it to be cold at an outdoor Winterfest, what are you doing?
Dress for the occasion, people.
Right. It's too cold for Winterfest. In Wisconsin, I expected a little bit more out of the folks in Wisconsin. Come on now. Matt Bear.
Northwest side crashed eastbound 465 east of the 865 interchange. Right lane blocked and traffic stop back to 79th Street at 18-minute delay. Inbound 65 stop and go traffic 21st to Meridian delayed 3 minutes. Eastbound 75-minute delay. Belmont to the south split. East side northbound 465 stop and go traffic 70 up to East 56th Street and those southbound lanes delayed 5 minutes after 70 down to Arlington Avenue. Crash Epler Avenue east of State Road 135 on the south side. It's a 3-car crash. I'd stay clear. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months savings cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Coming up a little bit after 5:30, the Attorney General, Todd Rokita, Funky Todd Rokita, scheduled to join us in studio. Now, normally, that's off the rails time with Rob Kendall. Rob is off this week, so we thought, who would Rob really enjoy taking his time spot this week? I know, the Attorney General, Todd Rokita. So that's coming up here in just a little bit. But up next, a fun round of Are You Okay With This?
If you've got an IRA, a 401k, or other retirement accounts, rather than just ride that Wall Street roller coaster, you could get a 20% upfront bonus and an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the past decade. What is going on? It's Hammer and Nigel. So, for example, if you invest $250,000 for your retirement with Bill Demery, your retirement guy, you get a $50,000 upfront bonus. Are you kidding me?
When you work with Bill Demery, your money is backed by one of the largest insurance companies in the world. And you'll also get an annual return that's averaged nearly 10% for the last 10 years. And if you invest right away, you'll get an upfront bonus. That's the perks of setting up that free first meeting with Bill Demery. Call him right now, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120, or go online to yourretirementguy.com.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. 2026 marks our 99th year in business, and we are going to make it the best year yet, and we're starting out with a bang. Now through Monday, we guarantee you the lowest price on every sectional, recliner, mattress, sofas, and more, including Lazy Boy and Tempur-Pedic, plus free delivery, interest-free financing, and cash discounts. Hurry, sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where we're all about you. Your style, your budget, your dream engagement ring. We'll take total care of you. First, come browse all the beautiful settings in our cases. Take your time and try on as many as you want. You'll know when you put your ring on. Your heart will skip a beat. Now, onto your center stone. We can look at different diamond shapes and sizes until we find the perfect match. Come visit us in store, because a friend wants you to get exactly what you want. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
How to get real about your health this new year. I'm talking to the ladies and the gentlemen here with Synergen X and Low T Center. And for a limited time, the men's TRT test is free. And ladies, listen up. Take $200 off the women's hormone test. This year is the year to get your health in check. You can do it. Synergen X, Low T Center. Book now at getmyhealthfix.com.
Say no to these diet trends or questionable online treatments and deceptive prices from other places. If you're looking for the best in your health, Synergen X and Low T Center, they're the leading experts. Meet face-to-face with a real provider, get real medication, and real results. Guys, you will feel better. People across Central Indy are going to Synergen X and Low T Center, and they're changing their lives. You can walk in or book an appointment right now at getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com. Getmyhealthfix.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
During much of Indiana's history, communicating on the telephone with the deaf or hard of hearing was nearly impossible. Friends and loved ones couldn't stay in touch, so the hard of hearing became isolated. Today, those with hearing loss have equal access with the captioned telephone from Relay Indiana and can keep their independence. Relay Indiana allows a caller to read what the other party is saying. This advanced technology keeps Hoosiers connected so that everyone can contribute to Indiana's productive future. Learn more at relayindiana.com.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 60% off plus 24 months, same as cash, with 0% interest.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm pretty far from okay. Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah! The Hammer, there's this Canadian airline. It's called WestJet. And they implemented non-reclinable economy seating. So the seats on the airplane wouldn't recline, and it's cheaper. But following a slew of complaints, they scrapped it. Like a bunch of videos on social media showing people on these airplanes, their knees pressed up against the seat backs in front of them. They couldn't recline. Here, just give you an example of one of the videos where this chick is, this woman's parents, they're jammed into the seats.
Dad, can you just straighten out your legs there? Impossible. Just straighten out your legs.
Straighten up my knees to the front.
Mom, how about you? Yeah, well, I'm going to be sharing my leg space with him. New planes. You have to pay for the other leg.
Yeah, so are you okay with WestJet Airlines implementing the non-reclinable seats, and then they scrapped them because of complaints?
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
I know.
If you let it recline, you're going to have that one ass hat that goes all the way back like he's Dr. Dre driving his Impala. And if you leave it like straight up, you're going to have that nerd sitting there with his knees into his chest. Like imagine getting our friend Scott Pollard on that flight and telling him he can't recline. But then again, you put somebody like Abdul in the seat, he'll recline all the way back just to be a pain in the ass. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. There's no win for WestJet Airlines here.
Do you utilize the reclinable seat? I never do.
I don't either. I get the hell kicked out of me, even though I don't. There's always like a kid behind me that's just kicking the hell out of me, but I deal with that, but that's it.
Get your take on this one. So, actor Jason Biggs, who played, what is his character, Jim in American Pie?
Yes.
So, he showed his 11-year-old son. I got an 11-year-old daughter, by the way. So, Jason Biggs showed his 11-year-old son the pie scene from American Pie. Do we all know what that is? Do we understand? Have we seen American Pie, that scene where
he humps the pie?
He showed his 11-year-old son the pie scene to kind of control the narrative. Go ahead.
You know, they kept hearing about American Pie, and Daddy, what do you do with a pie? And I had to have a conversation with my oldest. I actually showed him the scene. And so I'll tell you this, he guessed it. So in a way, I almost didn't control the narrative, but he wasn't entirely sure. But I wanted to ask him first, I said, what do you think happens in it? I was just curious. And he actually guessed correctly. He was embarrassed to say it, very embarrassed, but I was like, okay, let me show you. Let me show you what happens. And so I showed him the scene. And he laughed and laughed.
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. And he was a little uncomfortable.
Are you okay with Jason Biggs showing his 11-year-old the pie scene from American Pie? Just to understand, hey, Daddy was an actor, and this is a quote-unquote controlling the narrative. Are you okay with this?
Yes. Look, I'm a rip the Band-Aid off guy.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to have these odd, awkward conversations, just have the odd, awkward conversations. Don't candy ass around it. Don't do, this or that. Rip the Band-Aid off and say, look, you're old enough now to understand that I was an actor. I was in a comedy movie. It was a raunchy movie, and I had to put my penis in a pie.
11 years old, though?
Think about what you were watching when you were 11, Nigel.
Well.
Look at you acting like Mr. Rogers over here. 11?
11?
Oh, my God. You were watching way dirtier stuff when you were 11. I know you were.
No, I said it on the air. I would go to my dad's on the weekend, and we, Revenge of the Nerds was on replay in 1987 when I was 11
Revenge of
years
the
old.
Nerds, Porky's.
Yep.
We grew up with all that stuff. And not even sex comedy stuff. Look at the slasher flicks, like the gore.
Sure, Freddy.
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street, no question about it. Now, my dad wasn't starring in any of those roles.
No.
But I think I get down with that, I think, a little bit. I understand. Pulling the Band-Aid off is one thing. 11 years old does seem young to me now that I think back on it. It was young for me.
Listen,
I'll
if
go
you're
back.
old enough to start thinking about bopping the baloney, if you're old enough to start, having your body change, I think you're old enough to have the conversation because other kids are going to say, hey, I know who your dad is in school.
That's what he was trying. That was Biggs' point. Jason Biggs, that was his point, that he was trying to control the narrative of what other kids would say about his old man. I understand that completely.
Yeah. So whether you're having the sex talk, whether you're having any other talk, man, I'm a rip the Band-Aid off dude.
Okay.
Anytime I've had to talk to the boys about any of that stuff, it's the way that I would say it on this air. It's out there. It's maybe a little aggressive, but I think when you do that, you take away the awkwardness.
Have you had the Jimmy hat talk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely,
Yeah.
I have. And
well, they're older now, but I mean, back in the day.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, absolutely. And you
Okay.
just have it as honest as you can. Look, when you go to the store, it's kind of a badge of honor. Buy that thing and let the clerk know you're getting some. Don't be embarrassed to buy it. And when you put it on, it's a hell of a lot better than having a kid running around that you can't afford to pay for. Like, just put it out there. Rip the Band-Aid off, but hope the Jimmy hat doesn't rip off, if that makes sense. All right. I don't know how we make the transition to the Attorney General of Indiana.
But we will.
Todd Rokita. He's scheduled to join us right after Jake has the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The mystery surrounding Jim Irsay's death is growing. It's partly cloudy and 31 degrees at our Radio 1 studios. Lows tonight in the lower 20s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:30. Federal agents are focused on a doctor who signed former cult owner Irsay's death certificate last May. Irsay received ketamine and hundreds of opioids right before he died. The FBI is looking into Irsay's death. If you want to be safe while driving in the upcoming winter weather, State Police Sergeant John Perrine says you should just follow this simple advice.
Just simply don't drive like a knucklehead. When you get out and you have to get out and drive in this stuff, keep safety in forefront of your mind and be respectful of other drivers.
He says you need to leave early to reach your destination, slow down, and watch out for snowplow drivers who are trying to clear the streets. President Trump is calling for the special counsel who pursued criminal charges against him to be prosecuted. Here's Fox's Jared Halpern with more.
Reacting to hours of testimony at the House Judiciary Committee, President Trump says former special counsel Jack Smith, who the president calls deranged, should be prosecuted. On Truth Social, the president says Smith destroyed the lives of innocent people and, at a minimum, committed large-scale perjury. At a House hearing, Smith defended his work leading to criminal investigations of President Trump, saying he gathered evidence President Trump committed serious crimes following his re-election loss in 2020. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Another earthquake hit Utah this morning near the Wyoming state line. The U.S. Geological Survey says the latest quake registered a 4.7 magnitude with an 8.5-mile depth. And one lucky Hoosier matched 4 out of 5 numbers in last night's double play drawing. The Hoosier Lottery said today a $50,000 winning ticket was bought at the Decatur Quick Stop gas station on South 13th. That's near Winchester Street and Nutman Avenue. The winning numbers were 16, 20, 28, 36, and 52 with the Powerball of 12. If you missed out this time, the Powerball jackpot for Saturday is an estimated $20 million. News time, 5:32. Your traffic now with Matt Bear.
Yeah, Jake, we're in business on the northwest side. Crash clear. Eastbound 465 after 865. Stop and go traffic back to 79th Street. Inbound 69. Stop and go from 106th Street to 465. Inbound 65 slows 21st to Meridian. Eastbound 70 slow. 4-minute delay Belmont into the south split. And southbound 65 70 jams north split to the south split for 7-minute delay. Crash on the south side. This is Epler Avenue east of State Road 135. 3 cars involved. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now at B Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today because of B Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now the forecast from the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Look for a high of only around 23 on Friday with a low of 3. Snow starts to move in Saturday and then intensify on Sunday. Highs of 16 on both of those days. For 93 WIBC, I'm John Herrick.
And I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
He is the Attorney General for the great state of Indiana. Todd Rokita joins us. Mr. Attorney General, how the heck are you?
Legal stuff.
There we go.
Clip it.
Allison, send that to me. Because little inside baseball here. When we moved buildings from the Emmis building downtown to the Urban One building here, like a week before we left, they deleted all of our archives. And they didn't tell us they were going to delete everything.
We had a very special, unique, customized legal stuff open with the Attorney General's voice in it.
Yes.
And we lost it.
And I had heard from a little birdie, Mr. Attorney General, that
it's true. We wouldn't lie to you.
You and your office were like, well, why did you delete us? Did we piss you off? Did something happen? Like I wish I had a better story for you, but they just deleted it from our archives. That's all that it is.
It's fun. Every once in a while, I'll have somebody come up to me on the street or something, and they'll just point at me, and it'll be like an awkward pause for me. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen here? And they'll go, legal stuff. And I'll walk away.
We'll fix it.
Those are our people. Those are our people. So thank you for doing that. We'll get that back in the mix here. I want to get your opinion on something that took place last week at the Supreme Court.
Oh, yeah.
They had the oral arguments of men, biological men, playing against women in sports. And this was an actually pretty big crowd outside. Normally, the Republican conservative crowd, we're not the protest people.
Right.
But they showed up
because we're working usually during the day.
Sure.
Right. But there was a great crowd of those supporting women in sports outside of the Supreme Court. If you wouldn't mind, just reset what the state of Indiana says when it comes to that and your opinion on what you heard and what you saw that day.
Yeah, thanks. Well, we have Indiana has a good law that we were able to defend in court. It was technically dismissed when we were sued by the ACLU, but I calculated it as a win because it was a tightly written, narrowly tailored law that took care of the business and said, you know what, if you are biologically a male, you're not going to play on girls and women's sports, period. You know, and it's a shame really that we have to have a statute on that. What
I know
that shouldn't be a hot take.
Yeah, so we actually won our case. And the sad thing about our case, when the ACLU sued us, they propped up a 10-year-old. Okay,
so using somebody,
when you're 10 years old,
yeah,
and you're doing a sex change surgery and doing all this stuff, and then playing, these kids need love. They need therapy.
Absolutely.
The last thing they need is to have these radical surgeries that really support other adults' crazy ideologies. And that's what's really wrong with it. So anyway, we got our case taken care of. So we did not get a ride to the Supreme Court. So we took our expertise with our case, and we helped Idaho and West Virginia with friend of the court briefs and all that. So anyway, I was on hand for the Supreme Court our oral arguments there, and my prediction, I'd say, is that this is going to be another 9-0 case. That
you
West
think
Virginia,
Ketanji Brown Jackson will come around?
Well, that's the thing. This is the same one that didn't know what a woman was, right?
Right.
So
right.
Maybe it's 8-1. Right? Maybe it's 8-1.
How are you supposed to prove discrimination when you can't describe or define what the person allegedly being discriminated against.
Right. Isn't that
I
a
don't
great?
get it.
Yeah. So, I'd say the judges earned their money that day in a way, with the questions that they asked, but they're also pretty simple common sense questions at the same time. So I think West Virginia and Idaho are going to have a good day. And why that's important is that validates Indiana's law, and every other state's. So the case that I had supporting Indiana's law was just that one case as to that one plaintiff and just the R1 state. So this is destined to be the law of the land. I think it's going to be a good result when it comes.
It is interesting when you get the conservative Republican voter out to protest something. Like we had the property tax rally here. That was something the conservative voter was passionate about.
That was big.
And at the Supreme Court, normally when you see protest outside, it's pretty one-sided. The left, they've kind of got the market cornered on professional protesters. But man, I thought it was really cool. You had like Riley Gaines out there, former basketball coach Bruce Pearl out there, a number of different people from different walks of life saying, look, I don't care what you're saying, this isn't right.
It's not right, and it's obvious. And by the way, Riley's a great friend of Indiana. She's become a great
friend of our show. Yeah, she's been great.
She is wonderful, and I hope she and others like her. And I say others like her because in the press conference that I was a part of with some other attorneys general, we had some other young women that really were, don't tell Riley, were just as good and just as clear-minded, even younger, still going through their team sports. And so it really gave me hope for our future. You mentioned conservatives a few times now, and it's easy for us to kind of, any normal person really, forget conservatives, to look at the world and start getting kind of depressed, right? But then I saw these young people, and I think the pendulum is swinging back in the sense that the liberals, the socialists have taken such, odd word, but liberties with our young people in school and other places that these young people, they're not dumb, and they're reacting the opposite way. So I think you're going to get a huge crop of conservative young people here in the future that are going to help right the ship.
And it also shows social media is not real life. Like some of the loudest, most bombastic opinions of social media are some of these influencer lunatics, but that's not who makes this country run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, and we saw that in the latest election, the presidential election. And Donald Trump says this thing that we're talking about is an 80-20 issue. I don't even think it's that. It's like a 90-10 or 95-5.
Yeah. It's a loud 10% on social media and Twitter, but it's 10%.
And so the left started picking up on this in that case. And I forget which state, if it was West Virginia or Idaho, but one of the plaintiffs in that case tried to get the case dismissed just like a couple weeks before the Supreme Court oral arguments or something like that. So they try to backtrack, and they knew, and the reason they did that, they knew that they really risked a bad ruling for them, for the left, coming out of the Supreme Court case. So they tried to get rid of the case all of a sudden, which is really disingenuous, and someone should look into some actions against the attorneys who tried to do that.
The Attorney General, Todd Rokita, joining us here on the Hammer and Nigel show. I don't know if it was last week, maybe the week before, but your office announced that you were kind of looking into what Lilly was doing with some insulin prices.
Yeah. So, look, Lilly, we'll start with the Lilly Foundation. Lilly Foundation does so much for the state of Indiana. It's not lost on me. If I understand it right, the Lilly Foundation itself has 40% of the outstanding stock of Lilly, the company, which is doing great. So none of that's lost on me. So it was a hard thing for me to do, to sue the hometown company, which is Eli Lilly. But the fact of the matter is, for decades now, they had profited, in the neighborhood of 1,000% off insulin. They have 70-80% of the market share of insulin, the shots you use to control your diabetes. And that's what really is the kind of the backbone of what made Lilly so big and strong, was this insulin product that they've been manufacturing for, I think, darn near 100 years. And so, yes, it's true that they have recently led the market in reducing the insulin prices, like down to $35. But my question was, okay, what about the last several decades? And the deceptive nature and the market share abusive actions that they take. If they have 80% of the market and they kept their prices at 1,000% profit, and the chemical formula is pretty darn old, 100 years old, there's something up there. So 2 years ago, I sued the rest of the industry, basically, and kept Lily out of it, which is my discretion to do, and tried to resolve it with them. Well, at the end of the day, they didn't want to resolve it. They didn't want to resolve it. I said, look, they thought they were going to win all their cases. I said, okay, fine. The people of Indiana, through their attorney general, won't sue you guys. But if you do lose the cases with the other states, or if you do end up in a settlement with the other states, just plug Indiana into the multi-state formula so that we're not left out.
Right.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't look back, but for 2 years, even though they've been doing this for decades and decades. So the discussions fell apart, and they ended up getting sued. I promised if we didn't settle this thing with Eli Lilly, if they didn't come to the table by December 31st, 2025, that I'd file a lawsuit, and I did.
What about what's their argument? Like, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like free market, is we're a company, we can charge whatever we want for our product. Is that
there certainly is a free market aspect, but there's also concepts of fair trade. And when you have 80% of the market share and you cram down a price, and there's evidence of that, and you do it for so long, maybe I'm wrong at the end of the day, but we certainly had enough evidence of wrongdoing to file a lawsuit. And now we'll get into the discovery process. It'll be years, and we'll figure it out, or it'll settle.
Is there a timetable on this? Because I'm just going to go on a hunch here. I'm no legal mastermind, but I feel like Lily can probably afford some good representation that wants to drag this out forever.
Yeah, and that was, I gave them the benefit of the doubt for 2 years, and they dragged it out. So, yeah, this is going to be a long slog. These things are all long baseball games.
Got it.
And we're at the top of the first.
Can I ask a question that's not pivoting to Minnesota? Are there laws on the books in Indiana to prevent what happened in Minnesota in that church where that mob stormed, the anti-ICE mob stormed the church? And
yeah, that's
There,
disgusting.
like FACE Act, you saw that.
Yeah,
I was sickened by that, and I wonder, are there laws on the books here in Indiana?
You're the first one to ask me about that. So the specific laws, I don't want to say this on the air, what those laws are, but every state has a trespassing law, and that's what that was. Right, so you have a right of free speech,
of course.
But you have a right of free speech in public. You can't go into Nigel's living room and exercise your right of free speech.
No.
And those churches are private property for the congregation, right? So you can have the Church of Nigel in your living room if you want. If those guys came in,
it's just sickening, though, man.
You could call the cops on them, and they'd be trespassing. So I'm sure there's laws. I don't know if you need a special law. It's just your basic trespassing law.
Hey, let's take a little time out here. Can you come back for one more segment?
Yep.
Todd Rokita is here going off the rails at this time on the Hammer and Nigel show.
Don't associate me with that.
We said earlier.
And by that, I mean him.
So Rob's on vacation this week, and we said, all right, what can we do in his time spot that's really going to piss him off? I know.
Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
Attorney General Todd Rokita's here. We're coming right back. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Is life insurance part of your New Year's resolution? Listen, if you're young and healthy, it's simple, and any old agent can get it done. But if you're 50 to 60 years old with a touch of wide waistband syndrome or have correlating health glitches, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou doesn't bait and switch you in with young and healthy rates only to clobber you with the truth down the road. $1 million of coverage could be as low as $200 per month. And unlike that treadmill, this one won't collect dust in the corner. Call Term Provider, speak with Big Lou, and find out how much he can save you on your new $1 million life insurance policy. Start this year off with peace of mind by calling Big Lou at 800-777-1979. 800-777-1979. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-777-1979 or biglou.com.
Real estate expert, the only real estate expert I trust with the sale of my home or finding me a new one. No problem, too big, too small. Doesn't matter if you think you're a kind of a challenge type customer. You think there's no way he's going to be able to sell my property. That doesn't happen with Mark Dietel. Take Troy in Connorsville. Wanted to sell his house over market value and buy a home near his favorite hunting area, but close to town. Mark Dietel and his team did it all. They found the perfect new house at a great price, sold his current home in 10 days for $10K over list.
What separates Mark Dietel from the competition is the guarantee. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline or he will buy it. That's right, he will buy it. Mark Dietel, the best in the business. Call him right now, 317-755-4232, or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com. Ask about the guarantee and tell him Hammer and Nigel sent you.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text RULE to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text RULE to 215-215. That's RULE to 215-215. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 today.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 60% off plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest.
Because at B-Window,
we mean business. We mean business.
Step into the spotlight with Dancing with the Stars. Catch the live show at Old National Center Wednesday, February 25th. Reserve your seats and tickets today at WIBC.com.
Matt Bayer, what's going on?
Yeah, Hammer, looking at northbound 465 on the northwest side. Slow, 86 to 865. Inbound 69, stop and go after 106th Street to 465. Eastbound 70, slow after Harding into the south split. That's a 3-minute delay. East side southbound 465, a 4-minute delay from 70 to 74. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now at B-Window, receive up to 60% off plus 24 months same as cash with 0% interest. Call or visit bwindow.com today. Because of B-Window, they mean business. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
32 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The Attorney General, Todd Rokita, is with us. The man behind Indiana Unclaimed. Now, I still haven't found any money for myself, but I know Big Nigel over here has found a little bit.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars over the years.
Good.
For
Good.
sure.
Glad it's working out. We had a great year last year. We broke our own record thanks to you guys and Tony in the morning, too. I mean, you guys are WIBC was a huge help in getting the word out. We really appreciate that.
Guy Relford found like $1,000 or something in there.
Where does this money where does the money come from on Indiana Unclaimed?
So it's really weird. It's strange. You wouldn't think this would be collected, but we have $1 billion to give away, and it comes from accounts that you may have forgotten about, believe it or not. And that's how Guy found his, I guess. He had a lawn mowing business that he never cleaned the bank account.
Yeah.
And it kept collecting interest, so it ended up $2,500. I guess he bought half a gun or something. Or my favorite one, guys, is the spouse who opens up a bank account, right, Allison, and forgets to tell the other spouse it's there. I don't know. And then that first spouse dies, passes on, and no one knows.
I love you bring up Allison like she's the gold-digging hussy over here. Like,
he's giving me some ideas.
And ends up at my shop. And here's the problem: if it stays with me for 25 years, it goes to the state. It becomes the state's property. I don't want that. The legislators don't want that. We're trying to get it back to people. We end up giving back to the state about $2 million, I think, a year. So in the scheme of things, it's not a lot, but I'd rather get that out the door to you guys. And last year, like I said, you guys helped us break a record, $89 million.
That's awesome.
Just got to type your name in. It's that easy.
Yeah.
You can
Type
type
in
in other
first-
people's name, too, and see if they've got any money.
Yeah.
I heard Jeff Saturday saying, well, I'm not going to say any names, but a certain Hall of Fame quarterback's got some money floating around here. That's awesome.
And we do make you go through some checks. Some people think it's because we can't have everyone calling in for Peyton Manning's money.
Right. I'm sorry, a certain Hall of Fame quarterback's money. The Attorney General, Todd Rokita, thank you so much for taking the time to join us in studio. We appreciate that.
Happy New Year, guys.
You got it. Do not go anywhere. An update on this crazy, nasty weather system we're supposed to get. Cold temperatures starting tomorrow, and then the snow moving in Saturday night. We've got an update for you coming up next on the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Never too late to start thinking about the springtime with Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, because right now they have up to 25% off all outdoor furniture. In fact, all my outdoor furniture on my patio and the back deck is from Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. 25% right now. Plus lift chairs starting at $5.99, Lazy Boys at $4.99, Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses $71 a month. Just a few of those hot buys happening right now in January at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
They have free delivery and setup if you live within 75 miles of their store in Columbus. When everybody else is raising prices, Thompson Furniture and Mattress, free delivery and setup if you live within 75 miles. And more importantly, they're a family-owned business. They love the Hammer and Nigel Show. They've been big supporters of ours. So take care of